Okay, we are live.
We are live.
3, 2.
Welcome to the Chips and Salsa live at GOA Freedom Fest here in Glendale with my co-host Cheryl Rosado, and we have a guest here, Andrew Costano. We're going to have guests all day long, and we're going to be filming all day long until about 2 p.m. Cheryl.
Yes. I'm so excited to be out here. This is my, I don't know, second or third Freedom Fest, which is the Second Amendment rally is what we used to call it. Now it's Freedom Fest. It's our first time, though, that they've held this event in Glendale, and it's a much larger space. I was a little bit sad at first because I really like going down to the Capitol and, you know, taking the kids and feeling all patriotic, but it's a really great vibe out here today. There's a lot more stuff. There's more vendors. There's more food trucks. There's a huge children's area, which is really awesome. They have a little like BB gun shooting range, and my boys went, and you probably can't see, they have they were able to get some shots earlier at that, and so it's really good. You did need a parent's permission. I had to sign a little release form, and they worked with them. They talked a little gun safety. It was a really something that they wouldn't let us do down at the Capitol. So it's nice that we're able to do different things out here. I know they have like bouncy houses and a mechanical bull, which I'm really expecting to see George on later. Oh, yeah. So I will. If you do it, I'll do it. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Deal. All right. We got to keep to it. So, but our first guest of the day is. How do you say your last name, Andrew?
It is Costanzo.
Costanzo. Okay, so Andrew Costanzo, he is running for House in LD7, and I was really excited to see you because I actually know you from way back, South Mountain GOP.
Yes, LD27,
LD27 back in the day, and you were, I remember you as first vice chair, but I did hear that when I was out having kids that you were the chair.
I was for a short period of time.
Nice.
So I'm a long-time Republican activist.
Yeah.
And now I'm running for the Arizona State House here, in Legislative District 7, which is almost all of Gila County, a good part of Navajo County, part of Coconino County, and Pinal County, cutting down to Oracle, almost to Tucson.
That is a huge place to represent.
Yeah, I'm on my fourth oil change.
And so one of the incumbents for that seat is running again.
Correct.
And that is...
It doesn't matter.
Right. Not you. But one of the current seat holder, he did ask you to run.
Yes, so David Marshall, good conservative in LD7. He is now running for the Arizona Corporation Commission. And I endorse him and his running mate, Ralph Heap. I think they're going to stand up to the utilities and stand for we, the people. And it's about time we got some representation with the Arizona Corporation Commission. But anyway, David Marshall, he asked me to run. So I'm running with his encouragement. And
awesome.
I believe I'm doing pretty well.
Awesome. Well, I'm really glad to hear that. How did you know him? Like, how did he know to reach out to you? Are you involved up there like you were in South Mountain?
First off, I'm an activist. But secondly, I ran in the previous cycle.
Okay.
And that was mostly to get my name out. And I can tell from last cycle to this cycle, I did get my name out.
Got some name recognition going into it this time? Good.
That's very helpful.
Yeah, definitely. So how long have you where exactly are you? Which county?
Well, I am in Gila County.
Okay.
I live 30 miles northeast of Payson. In fact, I claim that we have the northeastern most piece of property in Gila County. We're right under the Mogollon Rim.
Oh, wow.
We're kind of out in the boonies.
So you went from from South Mountain GOP, like, whew, way out there.
We had our place there for many years.
Oh, okay.
And we it was always our dream to move there permanently, but life kept getting in the way.
It tends to do that.
Yeah, and we had aged parents, and we helped them along in their last few years, and happy to have done that. And
That's an honor.
now we've started, we're on the next chapter of our life.
That's amazing. Are you just down here today for this event?
Yes, so I was actually at the GOA dinner last night.
Oh, okay, yeah, they had a fundraising.
Yep. And now I have a booth set up. So
awesome, I was going to ask
happy
that.
to talk to anybody, but I'm especially thrilled to talk to somebody from LD7 who might be able to vote for me.
Yes, I'm sure. I don't know how many there are going to be here today, but it is nice that to have you show up because, like, I know it says pro-life 2A on here, but to like see you back it up by attending this and, like you said, attending the dinner last night, I think that can give your voters confidence.
Well, I am a life member of the NRA. I'm a member of GOA. I am a member of Arizona CDL, the AZ-CDL. So to me, the Second Amendment is sacrosanct. We will not touch it.
Right.
In fact,
Good.
we need to make it so that it is truly constitutional, that nobody in this country has to ask permission to carry a firearm, to buy a firearm. You know, if you look at, let's say, the First Amendment, no one has to ask permission for speech or ask permission to freely assemble, but yet we put all these prohibitions on the Second Amendment, and it's completely unjustified.
Right. Yes, that's exactly how I felt. If we either have rights or we don't.
That's right.
Either we have rights or we ask permission.
Right.
You know what I mean? So which is it going to be? We have rights, and we need to stand up and make sure that everyone recognizes that.
Absolutely.
Well, I'm glad we agree. Well, I mean, I guess being here is probably not shocking, but you'd be surprised.
I think most people in attendance today will agree with our sentiments that, you know, it is an absolute right. It's one of our inalienable rights, which means it's given to us by God, our Creator, and cannot be taken. We can't even give it away.
Exactly. I mean, I'm about to get charismatic up here because I'm like, yes. Preach it.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, what other issues are you passionate about? I mean, I see a lot of things. On here,
election integrity has
Huge
got
issue.
to be the number one issue we're facing. You know, how can we exist as a republic if the voters, the citizens, and only the citizens, I don't care about anybody else, they don't matter, if the citizens aren't confident that their elections are safe and secure.
Right.
And, you know, if just one person illegally votes, they're stealing that vote from a law-abiding citizen.
Right. They cancel out.
Yeah, absolutely. Right. So I'm a big proponent of the SAVE Act. I wish we had a stronger Senate that would push that through. Hopefully we're going to see that's going to see the light of day. Let's get rid of the filibuster while we're at it. We know the Democrats were going to do it. We know if they ever get in power, they will do it.
Yes,
so
they will.
why do we need to be polite?
I know, and then that's how, like, so I just hear people say that all the time. We're always nice, we're always polite, but, like, this is the time to take a strong stand.
Right. You know, if they want to keep the talking, the speaking filibuster, fine. You know, the Senate is supposed to be the body of debate. Let them debate. But then after the debate is finished, let's vote.
Right. Let's do it.
Yeah. One of my other main issues is in Arizona, the public school system is failing the children.
100%.
And they will never be able to reach their full potential as adults if they're not properly educated. And in Arizona, 29% of the students, only 3 out of 7, not even 3 out of 7 are proficient in science. And only 6 out of 10, and it's a slightly lower number, are proficient in mathematics and the English language arts. So these children...
Is that statewide or for your area?
This is statewide.
Okay, I was thinking, because I know in my, maybe not LD, but in my school district, it's much lower than that.
Oh, yeah.
So I do know there are some, like, better districts that are canceling it out, the reality of where we are.
But why aren't we in the 90% or close to 100%? You know, these schools have one job, and that's to educate, but instead they indoctrinate. Instead of teaching them how to learn, they just teach them what they are supposed to learn and what they think they are supposed to learn. You know, and you know, we've got to. These kids need to be able to grow into their full potential, and not only, you know, definitely for their benefit, but what about society's benefit? You know, these young people are our future, and if we are expected to recruit new industry, new business into Arizona, they have to have an employable workforce. And if the school districts are failing the children, they're also failing Arizona. They're failing the taxpayer.
Right, they're failing the whole community.
So I'm a big proponent of the Empowerment Scholarship Accounts, the ESAs. And now we have over 100,000 students in Arizona that participate in the ESAs, and the school districts are fighting mad about it.
Yep.
They want to launch a proposition to rein in the ESA because they're afraid of the competition, because they can't stand up to it.
Right.
So decline to sign any ESA proposition or petition.
I think there's two right now.
Yeah, I believe there's
They're
two.
Both. So we definitely we don't want either one of them. So we encourage you to personally decline to sign. Tell your friends. I have literally had people who were out at an event and there was somebody trying to get, and they stood there and they told them, "Why are you opposing this? This is good. This is my family." And they got everyone around them to say, "Oh, well, I don't want to sign that."
Right.
Because people are not educated well. People that are pushing those propositions are lying. They're misrepresenting, or however you want to say
Well,
it.
and often they're paid to collect the signatures.
Right.
They're paid.
But they're pushing lies about
Well,
it. You know,
sure.
20% of it is fraud. And I was just like, think about it for a minute. Just step back. Think about it logically. Do you really believe that 20? Do you know how much 20% is?
Yeah, it's huge.
And you really believe that 20% is fraud? I mean, that's just ridiculous on its face.
Right. Well,
do you know what I mean? But
right.
these are the same people that will tell you, well, 20 to 30% of the population is homosexual. That is not, and you're just like, that is not true. Oh yeah, and there's 20% are transgenders. No, like 0% are transgenders. You guys, like, because I feel like they can't grasp what these numbers are and what they mean, and that's why they're so quick to spit numbers that truly, if you think about it, make absolutely no sense.
Well, the liberals, they don't live in reality. And
that's the problem.
That is the problem. Liberalism is a mental disorder. And as far as the ESAs are concerned, the Empowerment Scholarship Account is really the only state agency that is, every one of their expenditures are documented line by line. We don't have that in any of the other state agencies. So what we need in Arizona, and my good friend Elijah Norton, who's running for Treasury, Arizona Treasurer, he proposes a Doge-style audit of all the state agencies, so we can get down to the bottom of where the waste, fraud, and abuse exists in Arizona, and it will prove that we are overtaxed. And that brings me to my other main issue,
which is
we're overtaxed.
Yes, we are.
You look at all the waste, fraud, and abuse that is being uncovered in other states and in Arizona. It wouldn't be able to happen if the government agencies were constricted with their budgets like families are. They wouldn't be able to waste all that money, and it's our money.
Yes.
So I'm a big fan of Andy Biggs. I'm confident that once Andy is elected and he has a strong House and Senate behind him to move his agenda forward, we're going to cut taxes. And we may see soon the elimination of personal income taxes in Arizona. And when we get through with that, then we got to start working on property taxes, because it's obscene that anybody has to rent their house from the government.
Yeah, exactly. It's not right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much. Are you having any events, or is there some place where people can go to meet you if they want to chat with you?
The next event that I'm at is on Friday. I will be in Gila County, Payson, at the Batazel Casino. The Gila County Republican Committee is putting on their Lincoln Day lunch.
Okay.
And while I'm not one of the speakers, we are going to have Eli Crane. We're going to have Andy Biggs and State Senator Wendy Rogers from my legislative District 7.
Nice.
So it should be a fun event. I'll be there. I'll have a table. Folks can come up and ask me questions. Oh, I'd love to give my website.
Yes, definitely.
Which is voteandrewaz.com.
And where can they, what's your email?
Well, they can go to my website, voteandrewaz.com. Not only can they get my email, but they can get my phone number.
Okay.
I'm not afraid to take a question. You may not like the answer I have to give, but it's going to be an honest answer.
Good. It'll be pop quiz time, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Well, thank you so much
George,
for joining us.
Good to see you again.
Yep.
Known George for decades.
Yep.
Okay, well, Cheryl, good to see you both. God bless both.
Good
Yes,
luck on
thanks
your
for,
run.
for coming.
I'll move along.
Okay.
Okay, take
Let's
care,
see, we
everybody.
need to get Ocean. He said he wanted to come.
And he just probably got off stage now.
Okay, we are? Okay. So Ocean's going to be on
Thank
stage.
you.
What did he say at 11:40? 11:30?
He's on stage at 11:30, so.
Okay, so you want to try?
Okay. All right,
Nice. Thank you so much for joining us. Yeah, it is. So, all right, so we're still going to keep rolling, and hopefully we have another guest wander on by soon, because you might get sick of me and George, but we're the ones who are here. So
wasn't the MCRC having some kind of a meeting on the election integrity?
Yeah, so when he was talking about that election integrity, there is the whistleblowers event. The first one is at noon, and then there's another session at 4. Today. So it's at the We the People building in Chandler, and the noon session is the early bird, so I know the prices were a little bit less. And then second is the 4 o'clock one. So it'll be a little bit higher in price, but I think they both cover the same thing. So you don't need tickets to both, but one will sell out, I'm sure, before the other. So yeah, that's a big event. I wish that I had the flyer for it, but I don't know what I did. We do have a video of their little trailer that they made for that. Shout out to Mark Beach. And that is on our YouTube channel. We linked it in our last show in the description, but we went ahead and put it. So you can also just scroll around and see that. And George is feasting on the chips for chips and salsa. Okay. Oh, I can keep talking, but they're not looking at me? Okay. So I can grab a handful of chips and no one will ever know? Okay. Do you guys want to... My kids just came. They are here enjoying the festivities today. I looked over it because we're right near the kids section. And there's a bunch of bounce houses and the mechanical bull. Did you guys do the mechanical bull already? Yes, you did. Did all of you try it? No, it was a little scary? Okay, well, I told Mr. George that if he does it, I'll do it. So
you're selling tickets?
So yeah, are you guys going to... Oh, you want to talk about it? Come sit. Come sit, and you'll be our next guest, and you can go get Ocean Razzo when you're done, when he's done with the stage. Yeah. So whenever we're ready, we'll come back. We weren't on video. They were looking at other stuff right now.
Watch out. Yeah.
So tell us when we're here. Get the mic. Okay. In a minute, he'll let us know. It's okay. It's okay. So my kids are here. Your mic's not even on. I don't think so. Let me see. Is this one on? Okay. Put that one back. No. Oh, no. Okay. Sorry about that. I just got all these kids that are here interested in what we're doing. They're tagging along today to find out everything that's going on, what we're doing. They're eating snow cones and collecting freebies. It looks like I see my son with a little bracelet he didn't used to have. Okay. And we are here today with Anna from TARS. Yay! Thank you, Anna, for joining us. So the TARS have a booth today.
Yeah, we do.
And is there a lot of you or just a few?
Just 3 of us here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what are you guys doing?
We're selling raffle tickets. We also have a littler raffle that we're doing that's just $5, and I think we're gonna draw it today. But this one is our big raffle, and it's we're raffling a Trump gun or 2 VIP tickets to AmFest. The tickets are $25 each. The money goes to our like
State
training convention thing that we do every year. Last year we went to Washington D.C. We're not going to do that this time, but we'll just have some training so that every TAR that wants to be involved can learn, how to speak and how to talk. I don't know.
Public speaking and also leadership skills.
Leadership, yeah.
They do, obviously they're a club that's all set up, so you can learn the different roles and what those requirements are, learning how to read and write bylaws, making changes, all those sort of procedural things that you need to learn, and they're important because that's what we use in the LDs and in the state party, so it's definitely skills that you guys need to have, and you're learning it now. Parliamentary procedure.
Yes.
Right.
Robert's Rules of Order.
Robert's Rules of Order. All right, say something.
Say what?
Make a motion.
Okay. I move that I go get another snow cone.
Do you hear any seconds?
I second it.
All right, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? All right, the ayes have it. You can go have a snow cone.
Okay.
Thank you.
Well, bye.
Thank you for
Thanks.
joining us. Send over one of the other TARs to come chat.
Oh, Ocean
later.
is right there.
Okay.
Oh,
Do you
good.
want to see
want
if
me
he
to
has
get him?
time?
Yeah.
He might not have time before he goes to his, he's going to be on stage speaking.
He already was
So-
on. Oh, no, it's 11 o'clock, 11:30. He'll have to talk real quick. I forgot. I thought he was already on stage.
Yeah, Dory, can you do it, or what time are you going to be on stage? Okay, yes. So Ocean will be joining us in just a minute, and then when he's done with us, he'll scoot up to the stage. So very excited.
And we're filming the stage. Are we filming the stage?
Yeah.
No?
So we can go to the stage. We have a camera over there for later, so we can check in and see what they're doing periodically as well. So I'm glad it's such a nice day. I feel like the last year it was a little warm. We got a nice breeze, and also we're not like in between the buildings like it was downtown. So there's no snipers looking at us, and that's always nice. But also
The draft. In between the buildings.
you can feel all the air. So it's really, really nice for that. But come on, Ocean, just come sit down. We're already live, so so Ocean's the speaker today. He's been on the show several times, and we're so glad to have him back. And you are on the stage to talk about your book, right?
Yes, I'm going to be talking about my book and why the Second Amendment is important for my generation and what's really going on with my generation, because there's a lot of apathy right now. So that's what we're going to be focusing on today.
Do you give away signed copies, like hold a contest for it or anything?
Yeah, we've been doing a few of those. It's just been
Nice.
absolutely incredible to see the outreach, and it's not about me. It's about the mission to save freedom. It's about the mission of fighting for American values, because they've come under fire quite recently.
So tell us more about the book, though.
Yeah, well, the book is called Preserving Freedom for the Next Generation, because that's the mission, right? I'm focused on fighting for freedom and saving America through the next generation of leadership, right? So we look at what freedom is, true freedom, not some mushy idea of freedom that we see today, but what is true freedom? We look at the rights that our Creator endowed us with, that were led to America by the founders. We look at the Constitution, we analyze the Declaration of Independence and these important foundational documents. But then I take a look at why I think we failed recently in preserving freedom, right? We've lost a lot of the values of freedom.
Yes.
But then the book flows into more so fighting for freedom, right? Joining the movement, and it ultimately serves as a blueprint to save our nation.
Nice. $20?
Yes.
Nice.
And it's available right now on oceanrosso.com as well.
Is it on Amazon?
Not yet. We haven't been
Okay.
able to get it up on Amazon.
What? Are they giving you a hard time?
Yes,
or?
they are.
I'm
you know,
shocked.
it's hard to be a conservative and, you know, fight for these values. You get a lot of censorship these days.
Yeah, which is, like you said, that it's why we a lot of times have an illusion of freedom more than actual
Yes.
freedom, which is crazy because that's what we were talking to our last guest about, where he was saying like you don't have to ask someone to speak freely, you know, but you have to jump through hoops to get a firearm.
Yeah,
and he was saying like, are we free or are we not?
Well,
So-
and some of the things I'm going to be talking about today on the stage, if you just look at Virginia alone, which has a new governor, Abigail Spanberger, I'm sure you've heard of her, I know, and they've introduced like 20 bills, you know, sales tax on firearms and suppressors and banning assault rifles. And this one interests me the most. You cannot shoot a firearm on a lot size less than 5 acres, even if you own that lot. They're going to make that illegal, potentially. So these are some of the bills that are being propped up by liberals and that my generation is supporting.
What is even the thought process behind? I mean, 5 acres is a large swath of land.
Yeah. It's all about limiting people's freedom. That's ultimately what it comes to at the end of the day, is limiting freedom of choice, the ability to be able to act as you want, because that's all freedom is, right? It's the ability to do whatever you like, so long as you do not impede upon somebody else's life, liberty, or property. So ultimately, that's the only function government should have. They shouldn't be telling you what to do in your everyday life. They should stay out of your life. And what we're seeing now in states like Virginia and Michigan is the government's trying to get directly, and even in Arizona, the government's directly trying to get involved in your life. And I think I see only one side of the aisle fighting for less government, fighting for freedom.
And that's our side.
Yep, that's our side.
What a coincidence.
I know, it's crazy.
So are you coming out with another book?
I hope too soon, yes. So I've been working hard. I've been all over the state, crisscrossing the state, speaking to thousands on the ideals of freedom and on the values that built America. So yes, I look forward to, you know, keeping the movement going strong.
And you're coming back to our show, right?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You can come back and give us updates on your book as it's in progress or when you finally have it done. Is it going to be in the same, like, this vein? Or, I mean, I figure it would be something liberty-minded.
Yeah, well, you know, it's going to kind of be focused on the issue that we see today, which is we've shifted away from a lot of debating, and we've gone directly to, you know, vile. You know, I like to say we'd rather send a death threat than have a peaceful conversation. Right? And I've received death threats. I've received all this hate. I've been called every name in the book. But I've come to realize that ultimately none of that matters, because as Thomas Jefferson once said, I prefer dangerous freedom over peaceful slavery.
Love it.
That is what I'm going to fight for today. And, you know, I can get hurled all sorts of stuff at me, but I'm not going to surrender, because this movement that Charlie Kirk fought for, who I was honored to get to meet many times and speak to, you know, this movement that so many have poured their whole life into, we have to keep fighting. We cannot let this nation, this idea of freedom, which is sewn into the fabric of this nation, fall. Or else we lose the foundation, we lose everything.
Yep. That's so true.
So, yeah, we'll get a hold of you and have you come. In fact, you could bring this book, or if you have the other book out, you could bring the other book also.
Yes, I'd love to.
Yeah, because...
Did you do like a book tour?
Yeah, well, we've been doing something really cool. I see a lot of need in my generation, right? They're very apathetic. They don't care about freedom. I know after Charlie's passing, we saw, and I've been to Turning Point headquarters. I've been honored to visit so many times. They have a little whiteboard on the wall, and every time I go, I went about a month ago, 20,000 Turning Point chapters. I went a few weeks ago. Now it's at 30,000. Wow. It's incredible. So I've been hitting a bunch of these Turning Point chapters, these teen Republican clubs, speaking to the young people, and they love it. I've been talking to them about the Constitution and the values of the founders and why it's important for them to stand up and fight, not only to be a voice in their school, but at their church, with their friends, with their family, with their fellow citizens. Because at the end of the day, freedom falls into their hands. The next generation is going to be leading our nation in a few years.
Yeah.
So we have to train them to be able to fight for these values.
I mean, time goes by no matter what, and if we
Yes.
haven't trained people, it'll be here before you know it.
Exactly, yeah. And I like to say, we can have a definition in the older generations of what freedom is, but ultimately that doesn't matter. It matters what the next generation believes true freedom is. And right now they think it's whatever you want to do, whenever you want to do it, regardless of what, morality says, because they're going to be the ones in charge. They're going to be the ones dictating the law. And so now we need to train up the next generation to believe in the true core values of freedom, to fight for the Constitution, to fight for the America that the founders built.
And that's why the other side tries so hard to control education.
Yes.
Because that is where the indoctrination and the brainwashing is, and you get kids who don't know what a woman is now.
Exactly. Yeah. It's crazy to me to think if we go back a few decades and you told Democrats in a few years you won't be able to know what a woman is. They look at us like, what are you talking about?
They would
and
say
now,
you were the patriarchy.
Exactly.
You didn't know what a woman
and now
was.
this is all that we're seeing. We can't define a man or a woman. We think, that freedom is whatever you want to do. We disregard the Constitution. And we're seeing a downfall of our American society. I think we've reached that point. We've reached the turning point. And so now it's time to guide America back. It's time to keep going with this movement, to fight for true freedom. It's all I'm about is true freedom. Because when you have true freedom, you have a stronger America, you have a better society, and ultimately, a well-ordered world.
Definitely. You're always it's so nice to talk to you. I
Thank
really
you.
I feel like when you're speaking, I'd like the way you logically set things out.
It's
know
all
what I
about
mean?
logic.
Yes,
Yep.
and I really like that.
Thank you.
It makes a much stronger argument than I believe in freedom and liberty. Okay, why? Well, I don't know that.
Yes.
So.
Well, it was funny. The other day, I put something out audacious, right? I said that we're a republic and not a democracy. And the post blew up. It's at like 30,000 views. And I have all these people commenting, oh, you're a fascist, you're a Nazi, you're a racist, all this stuff. And I kind of think to myself, they have no good argument. That's what you resort to when you do not have a good, logical, structural argument. It's just name calling. That's what we see in politics today. That's what we see in the culture. Is we like to name call and threaten and slander. We don't see logic anymore. We don't see reason. We don't see persuasion. That's what I want to bring back to the politics.
And not,
of
I
this
don't like
nation.
what you're wearing.
Yeah.
And your hair looks funny.
Exactly,
Right?
yeah.
Which is that's what people immediately go to.
Yeah,
you
it's
know?
criticism.
Right.
Oh, you look weird, or you don't belong here. No, America's about unity. America's about fighting for one value, and that is freedom. And like I said, there's only one side, sadly, one side that's fighting for that today. It's fighting for less government, that's fighting for lower taxes, that's fighting for, the freedom of expression and the First Amendment and even the Second Amendment, which is why we're all here today. And so it's important to remind, because 2026 is coming up.
Yep.
Really fast. It's upon
The
us.
election, yeah,
It's important
it's
to
here.
remind the populace, the citizens, the voters of what side they need to be fighting for.
And that's why we have a lot of the LDs have vote your values cards, because people are like, oh, well, I'm a Democrat. But when they look at it, they're like, no, well, I support all the conservative things. I just didn't know it. Because,
Exactly.
Right. So education and not just education, but also, like you said, trying to teach logic and thinking so
Yes.
that people can explain it themselves.
Yeah, knowledge
be
is
able to know
power.
why they're holding the stances they're holding.
So
Exactly, yeah.
What's the next event you might be at?
Well, I've been all over the state. I think we've been hitting a lot of conservative clubs. It's been absolutely incredible. We're going to be hitting a bunch of Turning Point chapters within the next few months. I think we have 5 scheduled.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm going to keep going to events like this, keep doing things like this. That's what's important. It's reaching the grassroots where they are. That's what's going to make a difference and an impact. Is the
Definitely.
grassroots movement.
Okay, well, I know you have to be on stage in a little bit. Thanks for
Yes.
stopping by and chatting with us.
Yeah.
And do you have a booth here today?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Yeah, it's right over by the food trucks. So
Okay,
yeah,
that's a good place to be.
It is.
Yes,
Is
because
that his book?
we're over here by the snow cone truck, so we thought that was, but
Well, it's a little
lucky
hot,
too.
so I
Yeah,
mean,
it'll get
works out
warmer.
perfect.
Yeah.
Okay.
And pick up his book at his booth.
Yes,
And
Preserving
he'll-
Freedom for the
he'll
Next
sign it-
Generation.
You'll sign it for them, right?
Yes, I will, and you can also pick up a regular copy or a signed copy on oceanrosso.com.
OceanRosso.com.
Okay, well, thank you.
Yeah,
and
thank you so much
good luck
for
in your
having me
speech.
on.
Of course. Always a pleasure to have Ocean. I do think it's amusing to me. Our last two guests back to back were teenagers, and that's great because people think of Republicans as the party of old, the grand old party. And so it was really nice to have some younger Republicans there. And it looks like we're going to have some libertarians, or at least,
Libertarian?
yeah. lp.org/issues to find out more, or /issues/gun-ownership to learn about the libertarian stance. Also 1-800-ELECT-US. That's going to be our next guest. So I don't know if they're out looking at the stage. Oh, and after them we'll have Alan come on too. Alan Skillicorn.
I forgot to ask him about Shane Corn.
Oh yeah, is he here, Shane Krauser?
Shane Krauser, yeah.
Nice. Yeah, it is. It is nice. Like I was saying, we have the grand old party, and so it is nice to see young people and get them involved. And I know that's why they have things like trying to encourage them to attend with the bounce houses and the snow cones and the popcorn and all that stuff. So it is nice to be at an event where it's not retirement age is the main. We've got a lot of young people, and even though he might not be a teenager, I don't think he is younger than what you'd think of as a stereotypical conservative. So welcome to the show. I'm Cheryl.
Hey, I'm Eric.
Eric.
Chair for the Maricopa County Libertarian Party.
Okay, can you say it again? The mic wasn't on.
I'm Eric, the chair for the Maricopa County Libertarian Party.
Nice. And this is my co-host George.
Don Jorge.
Don Jorge.
All right.
So, do you guys have a booth here today?
Yeah, we're right around the corner, actually.
Nice. And do you usually come to these?
Yeah, so we've been at the last two Second Amendment rallies when it was down at the Phoenix Capitol. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so we continue with Gun Owners of America with this one, and we're obviously the strongest supporters of the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, constitutional carry is really our baseline, and why don't we have legal machine guns? I mean,
he's speaking my language, you
yeah,
guys.
I mean, if the government has it, we should have it. That's it. There's nothing more to that.
Yes.
What about assault weapons?
If the government has it, we should have it.
The government has it, we should have it.
Yeah. Why should they have...
Government's not special. They work for us.
That's right.
I like this guy.
Yeah. This is libertarian thinking all day long.
How long have you been involved with the party?
Only since 2022. But I got introduced to Ron Paul back when he ran in 2008.
Not the Ron.
So yeah,
We love Ron Paul.
Paul's the original. He's brought in so many people. Mm-hmm. But yeah, COVID lockdowns pissed me right off, which is why I moved to Arizona in the first place. And yeah, once I saw what was going on and I saw I could actually make a change and difference by being involved in a political party, I went for it, and I did my first term as second vice chair and then first vice chair, and now I'm the chair. And
for the whole county, though.
Yeah, for Maricopa County. Yep.
Is it how many PCs do they have at the Libertarian Party?
Gosh, I mean, I think we have 20 some PCs or something like that. Yeah,
They
there's
meet once a month, or
yes, we have a once a month business meeting. We have a couple social events. We do a Pints and Porcupines, which is
Cute.
We go and meet at breweries and stuff. The Porcupine is the mascot for
The
Libertarian Party. But yeah, so we get together for that. We come out to events like this. In the fall, we were at the Earl Cup doing a live stream event, and we're out here Second Amendment rallies. We're hoping to be at the Earl Cup again in the springtime. Yeah, kind of wherever it makes sense for us to be, we'll try and be there.
That's awesome. Do you go to AmFest?
I personally went to AmFest last year just to kind of see the vibe.
But you didn't have a booth.
No, this was just on my own, just to see, because I'd never been, and it was all right. But it's very strictly Republican, and there wasn't a lot of love for libertarians. So
really,
yeah, so We don't need to make an effort there. We'll make an effort
So
where
not
our
for
issues
outreach.
line up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's cool.
Yeah.
What do you have a website? Like, are your meetings
So-
open for only registered libertarians, or?
Open meetings for anybody. It's on lpmaricopa.org. That's also our Twitter handle. We have an events calendar that has everything we're up to. The meetings are open. So yeah, anybody's welcome to attend. The business meetings are really us just going over what our new plans might be, and it's a lot of parliamentary motions on spending, and we run Robert's Rules meetings, so it's business meetings can be boring, but it's the real work that has to be done to be a legitimate political party. So we do all that stuff.
How does that work when libertarians are known for being so like individualistic? You know what I mean? Do you have a hard? I know that the Republicans have a lot of infighting. Like, is that a problem? Do you guys have everyone?
There's a left and the
all
right.
chefs and no.
Yeah.
Cooks
There's a left and the right to every single party. We have these things, but by focusing on our issues that bind us together, we can work together on those things. And I've essentially just been trying to shed those nonsense issues and focus on the things that matter to us, which is actually why I'm wearing this particular shirt that we're selling here today. So it's a parody on Gadsden talking about don't spy on me. What's in here is a flock mass surveillance camera. I can give you a little bit of what I've been doing personally on this. I've been working together with some people. We have a website called whattheflock.us. And
Clever.
with this issue coalition, we've been working with a couple of Republicans and other liberty advocates to get legislation introduced to go after SB 1111, which was a bill sponsored by Representative Payne, which would legalize all of these spying cameras and prevent a FOIA request from being done. Even though FOIA requests are the main avenue where the public has found out the abuses of these systems. I mean, gosh, in Kansas, there was a police chief who stalked his ex-wife, for I think over a year at a time, and every time he was requesting her license plate, he said it was a drug investigation. But that wasn't found out until advocates had made freedom of information requests to find out those abuses going on. The other thing that's really been motivating this is that after doing a lot of research, Flock has a particular playlist of how they got these cameras in action. They find a grant or a particular line item that's under the spending limit, so there's no public discussion that happens. So I'll give you an example. I was just down in Sierra Vista a couple weeks ago. They had a work session where they had a Flock PR representative there. And I told the playbook to their PR person. So in Sierra Vista, which is a border town, last February they had a agenda item about a grant acceptance for a DEMA grant, which is like a border security grant. Inside of it, it listed a drone, license plate reader, and canine, and they voted on it. It didn't specify that they were going to get 16 cameras, most of them placed in the downtown main drag, which surveilled civilians, not drug traffickers. There was no public hearing, there was no comment on it, and no consent by the citizens about these cameras. So they put that grant in place, they hid it from the public, and then they turned the cameras on in December of last year. And then finally, a year later, after accepting the grant, they had a PR representative come out and tell us, oh, these are all fine, and they only look at license plates and all this stuff, which is baloney. Flock has a patent from 2022 where they list how they use machine learning to classify people by their race, height, gender, what clothing they're wearing. So the idea that they don't do facial recognition is clearly some PR baloney. But so we went to that whole hearing, and I spoke out and listed out their entire playbook, which they ran in Scottsdale, every single city. In Scottsdale, it was a line item that said technology upgrades, which is a violation of Arizona open meeting laws. You have to tell people what you're doing, and they didn't do it. So I've been going after them, talking to various city councils, and after myself and a couple others who were really on point, Sierra Vista decided to direct their city manager to look into canceling the flock contract.
Good.
So I'm
That's
working
a big
together
victory.
I'm working together with the people from
Congratulations.
Sedona who got their contract canceled, and Flagstaff as well. But the best news that happened this week is our What the Flock group has been working on legislation, and Jake Hoffman of the Freedom Caucus, I'm sure you're familiar with who he is. So he actually held some good stakeholder meetings with us, the Institute of Justice, Jen's 2 Cents, Marissa Caldwell, the AZ Free Enterprise Club, like all these good freedom organizations. We all came together on a singular issue, and we actually got legislation that Jake Hoffman introduced on Wednesday at the Senate government meeting. It was HB 2917. So write that down, HB 2917. It's a striker that brings in our legislation, which says if a city or town has its citizens vote a 65% supermajority that they want this mass surveillance, then they can have it with a long list of conditions. But what we're hoping is the people wake up and say, no, we don't want to be surveilled. We don't consent to this, and our government doesn't have the right to spy on us. So that actually passed committee on Wednesday with bipartisan support. We got a Democrat voting on it, and we're looking to see how it does in the Senate. So
You want people to thumbs up on RTS?
Yeah.
2917, you said?
HB 2917.
2917.
And
okay, so he's asking for thumbs up if you're on RTS.
Yeah, guys, you can get things done. It is possible to affect change in the legislature. We're continuing to work on that. The fight is not over, but we've clearly put Flock on notice. I don't know if you have any other questions about that, but yeah, we've been pushing the pedal to the floor on this, and I hope that Flock is completely disbanded out of this state as quickly as possible.
Me too.
Yeah, because like surveilling everywhere you go without anybody's consent and without warrants is crazily unconstitutional.
Right.
They are fighting in Norfolk federal court. There was a court case that the Institute of Justice has worked on. Flock is going around saying that they are Fourth Amendment constitutional because they won their first district court case. And of course, everybody who's been through a government civics class in high school would know there's an appeal court, and this will go all the way to Supreme Court if it has to. But what we're hoping is the appeal court rules that, in fact, tracking people is a Fourth Amendment violation.
A little bit.
Yeah. Well,
yeah.
Because we don't want to just wait on that. We're going to do what we can in Arizona as well so that we stay a free state.
Yes, I mean, we have to be proactive. So I definitely thank you for your work on that. And, you might think, well, I don't live in Sierra Vista. I'm in Maricopa County. But so does he, and he's out there trying to affect change, and we appreciate that. We're all in this together. So where we can and do agree, we definitely need to come together to amplify our voice and make it stronger and let them know we're not just going to take these things sitting down. We are going to fight it, whether they're fighting it somewhere else or not.
Well,
we're going to fight it here.
Thank you for letting us interview you.
Yeah.
And if you have a website.
Yeah. So follow us on Twitter. LP Maricopa is the handle, and the website's lpmaricopa.org. We do have an online store. We are selling more of these shirts. If you don't happen to be here today to get any.
Back?
On the back is our QR code to learn more about the Libertarian Party.
I was hoping you had the What the Flock website on the back.
Oh, no. So what the Flock, we're organized together with them, but check out our website and stay up to date on our Twitter feed to learn what's happening, because we're putting up clips of everything we're doing and showing you that we are very much involved in the community.
And you'll report what happens with was it HB?
HB 2917. Watch that through the legislature. Get on RTS, request to speak, and vote for that. We'll be posting along with it. But yeah, we have to just wait for it to get heard in the Senate and see what happens there.
Is there like a scheduled time?
That I don't know.
You don't know? Okay.
That I don't know. The Senate controls that schedule, and we will definitely be posting about it when it happens. And
Warren Peterson, we want to hear it. Let him know, the Senate president. We want to hear this one.
He's very aware. Warren Peterson's extremely aware of what we're doing.
Good. Well, Jake Hoffman's working on it.
Oh, yeah. They're very aware of this, and one of the critiques was that SB 1111 was the only option, but now it's not. So there's other options for freedom, and hopefully the Senate decides to take the path of freedom and respecting liberty and privacy of its own citizens.
Yes, options are good.
Thank you so much.
Letting us interview you. And,
Thank you. It's nice to meet you.
Thank you, guys.
And it's a nice windy day out here. Yeah, it's nice to have. There's still not as many people as I'd like to see. So if you're watching, please stop by, come and see. There's a lot of vendors. There's a lot of booths here, informational booths, vendor booths, food trucks. Like I said, there's a snow cone. I heard there was a coffee truck. I haven't seen it. Have you seen it, George?
Is that it right there?
Oh, maybe. Yes, that does look like a coffee cart. I see all the different flavors, so I'm definitely gonna have to take a break in a little bit and go visit them. But like I said, there is the little. It's called the Daisy shooting range for kids, and that's where they can shoot BB guns. And my kids were over there earlier. It was very, very cool. They have lots of little targets. The kids they need a parent's permission to sign up, and then they can go ahead and just practice their shooting, get a little gun safety, which is for the kids today. It's definitely the what they're trying to get through is definitely gun safety for kids, so they can respect it. And there's people taking pictures with some pretty cool. What is that? What kind of gun is that? I don't know.
I don't know. It looks like an assault.
It looks very cool. Whatever it is, I don't know. It's like, I don't know. It looks high tech and awesome. So, and like I said, there's also just waters out here if it gets a little warm. They do have waters out here for people. There's a lot of shade, actually. There's a lot of shade areas and places for that. So if you're on your way or if you're at home not sure what to do, definitely stop by and come visit us here, because it's a great event. It is, like I said, the first time that they have had it in Glendale versus downtown Phoenix. So I know the transition for that can be a little difficult for people. So I'm hoping that, I know they want to have it here again next year. They already talked about that, because the freedom to have it here means, like I said, the snipers aren't pointing at us this time. And it means there's just more stuff for the kids to do. They have that mechanical bull. They have like at least three bounce houses. One of them has like a slide. So I saw it's a Star Wars one. I saw my kids going up and going down, going up and going down. And it's just really, really cool out here.
Snow cone machine.
Yeah, and then they had the cotton candy and the popcorn, and I think those are free, the cotton candy and popcorn. The snow cones and the coffees and the food truck, that's of course for you to purchase as you'd like. And I do see, actually, now that I'm looking around, a few more people with that shirt that he had, "Don't Spy on Me." So he's definitely a presence more than I had realized in the beginning.
Find out how much the coffee is. You treat me and I'll take care of it. I don't have.
Is that like heads I win, tails you lose? You said you treat me, I'll take care of it.
No, I'll
I'm just teasing, George. I'll need to find my bag. I don't know where. When I got here, I just walked right up and kind of went right to work. But there's definitely, like I said, the TARS have a booth here. Ocean has a booth here. I know that there are booths that were offered for free to any political candidate who wanted one, which I thought was really kind and really amazing, because we do have, smaller candidates who are trying to get their name out there. So this is something that you definitely, if you're in that boat, you should have jumped on top of and gotten involved with.
Turning Point, I can see there.
I see the Turning Point arrow, so I know Turning Point is here. Riders USA, I see they have a booth. There's people with all different kinds of TCRT, the world's only true ballistics rubber. It's like a target. I mean, there's just all kinds of different vendors and booths here. I know we're looking all around instead of looking at the camera, but
and we'll get more people to interview over here as they walk by. So enjoy it. You could enjoy it.
We definitely want to have Alan Skillicorn. He's running for, I think, Constable. I don't remember the name of his area, but he's here, and he's going to be talking to us a little bit later. Who else did you know that was coming? We might have Roger Pickrell. I saw him.
Yeah, and the Writers USA wants to come over here and talk.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe we should send somebody to go try and...
Yeah, they said whenever we're ready, just to let them know. They'll send somebody. They want to talk about some upcoming events that they're having.
That's cool. What about us? Do we have any upcoming events, George?
Actually, no, not yet.
Not really. I do know that. So I want to tell you guys, my son, he's 10, and he wants to drive around the neighborhood and sell snacks. So he's been busy perfecting frozen cups, which are frozen Kool-Aid and styrofoam. So it's kind of like a popsicle. Oh. You know, they're absolutely delicious, probably way too much sugar. So he makes frozen cups, and we made Kool-Aid lemons, and then we forgot that we made Kool-Aid lemons. So I just realized they're still in the fridge. So that's a situation we'll have to rectify.
You said something about a golf cart?
Yes. So he wanted a golf cart so that he could drive around the neighborhood and sell snacks. He says like the elote man, but we don't eat elote, and I don't know how to make it. I mean, again, I'm sure I could learn, but I told him for now, why don't we stick with what we know? So we spent a few weeks researching, looking up golf carts. He looked on OfferUp, Facebook Marketplace, Craigslist. You know, we were just trying to look. I looked at auction sites. I called around to like landscaping business, and I was like, hey, you know, do you guys have any golf carts that you know, I did not actually reach out to a golf course. I don't know. I didn't really think that they would have golf carts that they were getting rid of, which maybe, I don't know, maybe that was dumb. But we did spend a lot of time looking up golf carts, and we just purchased one this week.
Really?
It does need some work. Yeah, it needs some work. It runs, but it needs a little work. That's got a little bit of corrosion we need to clean off and work on. And so we just got the parts for it, and we will be very quickly working to get it all. I need to go get some distilled water for the batteries and stuff like that. And so that's what I'm doing. But I did mention that we were going to have Alan Skillicorn on the show, and here you are. Out of thin air, asking you shall receive.
My ears were ringing.
Where are you running for constable? What's the name of it?
Well, so, Alan Skillicorn, I'm currently Fountain Hills Council, involved in the party, involved in saving Arizona from the Californians that are trying to take us over every day.
Yes.
But I am running for office. Really, I think that's the most important thing. But I'm running for constable. It's called the McDowell Mountain Precinct.
McDowell Mountain, okay.
Which is Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, East Phoenix, Fountain Hills, Rio Verde. Basically East Valley, right? Very conservative area. Northeast
Valley. Mm-hmm.
Great area. I mean, it's my home. The backyard of the McDowell Mountains is very pretty, real beautiful. And really the reason I'm running, though, is not just to do a job there, but also to reform the office across the state. But again, save Arizona from the Californians and New Yorkers and Minnesotans that are coming here to screw things up. Yeah. And really just push that envelope, bring back the conservative common sense values that Arizona's united. Literally, someone just down there, one of the booths, said that Arizona was purple. And I beg to differ.
You're the numbers guy.
Yeah,
so you know.
I don't think the people of Arizona that are here, that love Arizona, love the freedom, are thinking that way. They're common sense. They don't want to see drag queens in schools. Right? They don't want to see porn in libraries. They don't want to see men beating women on the women's volleyball court. Right? They don't want to see
plain beating women, like when we've seen them in boxing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
But they also, they do not want to see crime. They don't want to see vagrancy. I'm a little spoiled. Like, I live in the footsteps of the McDowell Mountains there. It's beautiful. This morning driving here, there's a homeless guy that came off the right-of-way into the road, walking in between the cars, asking for money. How many of these guys get run over? Right? And we all know that there's a crisis in our nation of like truck drivers who can't read signs, right?
Right.
Who's the first guy to get wiped out? It's that guy. And then who's going to pay for his Medicaid bills the rest of his life when he gets hit and, loses a leg or something, right?
This guy.
But it's not compassionate either to have those guys out there. There's something we got to do about that.
Well,
and it's conservative. Here, your listeners will love this.
Okay.
So, yes, I'm running for office. I'm running for constable. But so Monday, I went down to MTech and dropped off my petitions.
Yes.
And as I'm driving down there,
I saw your name because I went there after you.
Downtown Phoenix is so blighted.
Yes.
No business wants to come down there.
No.
It's, like overrun with homelessness and just blight. But as I'm driving...
Shout out to Kate Gallego, but go ahead.
Yeah, Kate, exactly. Kate and her crew. But as I'm driving down there, I noticed there's sidewalks. And there's cracks in the sidewalks, which is like a no-no. Trip hazard, trip and fall. But then there's weeds growing up the sidewalks. There's like 3-foot tall weeds growing out of the cracks in sidewalks. Now, the sidewalk is right-of-way. That is property of City of Phoenix. So even the City of Phoenix is in violation of their own zoning regulations, and they can't even have a Phoenix employee go there and trim the weeds. That's how little they care about the sidewalks and weeds. Now, if you're a business and you go, Phoenix, like I want to open a business here, or I have this idea I can expand. There's 5 million people who live in Maricopa County. I'd want to exploit that, right? But then you go and look at some of these properties, and you're like, the city can't even mow their own darn weeds. Mm-hmm. Why would I want to take a risk and invest in Phoenix when Mayor Kate and her crew can't even upkeep their basic responsibilities? And that is a basic responsibility. If the city owns the property, they should take care of it.
Yes.
Why let it get blighted? And then, as a Republican, like there's only one Republican elected in Phoenix, right? Only one, and he's terming out, and we don't know what's going to happen in that race. I mean, Jim Waring is now terminated out, and I think Matt Evans is going to try to replace him. But
yeah, Matt's running in that seat for that.
But here's the situation: is that even if Matt gets in there, he's in a minority. He's one vote against that team.
Right.
I honestly think that as an Arizona Republican, it falls on me that why did we let this thing go so bad? And we really need this, really have some stones in the State House and say it can't be like this. Arizona is the jewel of the nation. We have so many resources here. It's so beautiful here. Even though the climate is hot, people want to come here, right? It's busy. We have got tourism. We got companies coming here. I mean, 3 years ago, before we had Katie Hobbs, we were one of the biggest growth engines in jobs. Property values are going up because there's a demand to live here.
Right.
And now 3 years of Katie Hobbs, that's changed. The jobs are going away. We're seeing blight in these cities. Well, as Republicans, we saw the legislature, right? Why don't we do something? Why don't we 1487, which is what we have an ability to do here in Arizona. A legislator can file a 1487 claim to the Attorney General when another municipality is breaking the law and pull their funds. Let's do that with Phoenix.
Let's do that.
Let's do that with Phoenix.
Yes.
They're not even obeying their own zoning and their own, blight rules, right? But it does really come down to us. We cannot allow these Democrats to turn us into Minnesota or Somalia or San Francisco.
Heaven forbid.
And really, and we need to have more Republican leaders saying, in Virginia, look at what the liars in Virginia, Democrats did in Virginia, right? They wanted to say common sense, we need to lower costs. And what do? They raise taxes to take away guns, all this crazy stuff.
Yes.
Well, that's not going to fly here in Arizona, but we need to do the opposite of that. We need to attract good and productive people here. There are people fleeing New York City that make money. There are people fleeing Minnesota because they don't want the crime. There are people fleeing Chicago because they're tired of seeing neighborhoods burn. Well, when those conservatives move here, we should give them the haven they want. Why do we have to be second fiddle to Florida?
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
We need to elect Andy Biggs as governor. We need to get rid of Hobbs. We need to eliminate the income tax here in Arizona. There's plenty of money to do that. Frankly, there's plenty of solutions to make this happen, right? And it will make us this economic engine. And then when people are moving here, they're bringing money, they're bringing opportunity, they're bringing jobs. All of a sudden, there's no room for blight. We'll have to build over Phoenix and make like maybe like West Scottsdale, right?
West Scottsdale, right? But you're right. If we were able to push for these things, then the state of affairs that it is right now, it wouldn't stand.
Yeah.
We wouldn't stand for it.
We have to make Arizona the shining example that we're not California. And that's how we save Arizona. If you make it so that if you want to, bring your your drag queen to dance in front of children that you're not allowed here, and then you're that drag queen in California, like, well, we're not going to go to Arizona this year. You know? Whatever. I mean, if you're thinking of relocating from Berkeley to Arizona, we need to create the policies here that communicate that your wacky ideas are not allowed here.
Right. We canceled Pride.
And that's something that we definitely need to do in the legislature. We need Andy Biggs to do that. I mean, look at how silly that, we have Turning Point here in Arizona. This great organization and all this great stuff employs many, many people. And the left hates them so much that they'll make up things about, about Erica Kirk or Turning Point and the vitriol. Well, we're going to do the opposite of what they want. I don't. If you want to spit on conservatives, I don't care what you think. It doesn't matter to me. We're going to double down. We're going to get drag queens out of schools. We're going to get porn out of libraries. We're going to doge our municipalities. That's how we save Arizona. And that's what I'm passionate about. Can you tell?
Yes, a little bit.
And we have to. Remember Ronald Reagan once said that the United States of America was the last best chance for freedom? If Arizona doesn't work out for a guy like me who's a refugee from the socialist capital Illinois, right? If it doesn't work out for me, where do I go? Everywhere else is gone.
Right. We have to make it work.
Exactly. And we will make it work. And we have the people to do it. We have people smart enough to do it. So we just need to keep on getting it done, and it doesn't happen overnight. I get that. It's going to happen one little thing at a time, and it matters who we elect. These primaries matter. Frankly, I am tired of going down to the legislature and having to worry about Republicans that want to raise my taxes. I'm tired of Republicans that do not want to fight Mayor Kate and Governor Hobbs about the gas mandates.
Right.
This week, we lost a vote in the Senate to allow gas from other locations, gasoline from other locations, so we would not have to keep going with this specific Maricopa blend, which gives us very, very expensive gas prices here, right? A Republican stopped that. Now, the Democrats, they're always going to vote against anything that makes sense. They're going to always vote against the people. They're always going to vote for higher costs. They're always going to vote for crazy stuff. But a Republican voted against this and stopped it. So that we just need to end that. Primaries matter. We need to fix these problems in the party, and that's where the party matters. We need a strong party. We do not need people that are working on vanity issues. We need people that work together and get the best possible Republican to win every district. And we have done that in many cases. I mean, look at some of the Southern Arizona districts. We single shot a Republican. We get someone in there. Those are necessary people, and they do a great, great job for us. The problem is some of these red districts that have people that aren't doing the will of the people, and we need to fight for the people.
Exactly. We need to, like you said, primaries matter, and I hope you win yours. So
absolutely. Well, it matters. I mean, imagine having someone with my voice, my bully pulpit, in an elected position or not.
Right.
And it matters to everyone in Arizona. So if you want to go to AliceKelcorn.com, the maximum donation for a county-wide race is $67.50. I'll very gladly take that donation. But it's more than that. I mean, frankly, support Andy Biggs and support the people that matter that actually can change things.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, pleasure.
And
we got to get rid of Katie Hobbs. Yeah, for sure. Get rid of the pink
She's
slip.
screwed so many things up, so incompetent.
And if we could get rid of
she couldn't even read that
Gallego,
iPad right there. I mean,
that would be fantastic.
Is she dyslexic?
Too.
Right? It doesn't really say what she. Well, I'm not gonna say what college she went to because I'll probably offend half the audience, but not so good.
No.
We're good.
Vote.
All right.
Vote.
So yes, primaries are important. Vote for Alan and his if you're in his area. And do you have any appearances coming up? Are you going anywhere? Like this?
I'm everywhere.
No, he's everywhere. Yes. And I do. I feel like we run into each other all the time.
Well, maybe we'll have him on the Chips and Salsa show in the studio.
Yeah, there we go.
All right.
It's beautiful out here.
Yes, it's a great day, and I'm glad that we're out here. There's still a lot of stuff to do, a lot of people to try and grab as future guests.
Do you have a card?
I'm glad that we're here. I'm glad that we have all this stuff. What's going on? Ocean's probably on the stage right now. He had told us he was going on at 11:40, so we're wishing him good luck. We do have another guest from Riders USA. Is that where he's from? Okay, so we have Riders USA coming up, and It's already been a good morning, and we're very excited to have somebody. And if you want to try and find somebody new to come be on the show, you want me to talk louder? Okay. So if you can find somebody new to be on the show after him, that would be very helpful. Yeah. Go find somebody new to be on the show, to be on the guest after him, like Edie or Amelia. Okay. They can stay if they want. They're kind of tired. Sorry about that. We're using the cooler as my convenient water prop, so when we need a drink out of it, I guess I have to hold my own drink for a minute. So I got a little spoiled there. So what was your name?
Buffalo Rick.
Up in the mic, please.
Buffalo Rick.
Buffalo Rick. Hi, I'm Cheryl. It's nice to meet
Hi,
you.
Cheryl.
So I'm guessing this isn't your first time being at a two-way rally.
No, this is. I used to do a radio show on KXAM.
Oh, nice.
Oop.
Oh. Okay, so what are you? You're here with Riders USA today, and they have a booth.
I am. I'm with Riders USA. I'm the Sergeant at Arms for Riders USA.
Oh, okay.
I was one.
We'll
of the-
behave then.
I was one of the founders
Okay.
of the organization, and I did all the artwork, all of our patches, and everything else. And
Very cool.
it keeps me busy. But we're getting ready for flags for our fallen on Memorial Day. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're out today, is to sell sponsorships, because what we do is we put up 500 flags at the intersection of Pinnacle Peak Road and Cave Creek Road, where you turn to go into the cemetery. Mm-hmm. And we run the flags on 10-foot poles. They're 3x5 flags, and they go in all 4 directions for about a quarter of a mile. And
What day is that?
That is the 26th, I believe, is Memorial Day, Monday the 26th of May.
Oh, May.
When do you put them? Like how long are they up?
We'll start putting them up on Friday, and they stay up until Monday afternoon.
The 25th.
25th is Monday, yeah. And so we'll be there. We'll start setting up Thursday night, and Friday we'll start installing the flags. And each flag people sponsor, and it's $10 to sponsor one flag, or you can sponsor 3 for $25. And we print a deceased veteran's name on it. If you have a grandfather, a father who was in the military and is deceased, then we'll print his name on his or her name on a ribbon and attach it to a pole, and each one of the flags has a ribbon attached to it with someone's name on it. People can come out on Memorial Day and pull the ribbons off, take them home, put them with a picture or a flag or whatever they have as a memorial.
And what's the
I would love
donation?
to get one. My uncle was a Marine. He just passed away about a month ago. So I'd really love to get one for him. Will I know where it is to pull it off later?
We place the ribbons according to a map that we have.
Okay.
And they're all numbered, and so you can look at the map and find out where your particular flag sponsorship
How do I get
is.
it? Do I give you money? Do you do it online?
You can do it online. You have to go to ridersusa.net if you want to do it online.
Okay.
And just put in the note that it's to sponsor a flag for Memorial Day. And you can also see one of our members, or we'll be out at the corner starting Friday morning before Memorial Day. You can come by there and sponsor it.
And how much is it again?
Or you can sponsor it.
He said they're $10 for one or 3 for $25.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yep. And we have a lot of people that, in fact, every year, this last year we ended up with 60 some odd flags sponsored for this year.
Oh.
Because people show up on Memorial Day and want to sponsor a flag. It's a little too late on Memorial Day because all the flags are filled up. So the best thing to do is to either go to our website, ridersusa.net, or see us at an event like this. We have sponsorships today, and we're also this year We turned over the Second Amendment rally to Gun Owners of America back in 24. No, 24 was our last year to sponsor the Second Amendment rally, and we turned it over in 25, and now this year, Gun Owners of America is taking care of it. So we have several other events during the year. We have a remembrance project in September. Where we have a ceremony down at Wesley Bowman Plaza, where we read off all the names of people who have been killed by illegal aliens. So that's one of the other things we do. We're not a motorcycle organization, although a lot of us ride motorcycles, but we are an organization that wants to inform people and educate them about the fact that this is a sovereign country. And we need to protect it, and we need to follow the Constitution. I wish I could start a Constitution party to follow the Constitution, because none of our parties follow the Constitution. They want to bastardize it to what they think it should be. And we're strictly constitutionalists, and we help to promote that as much as we can.
Good. I agree that we definitely need more education. I think that a lot of times that you have people who think they're doing what the Constitution says because they don't know. And so they're like, this is what I've heard, or this is, and we need to bring it back to the basics so that they'll know what they're doing is right.
That's why I always carry in my pocket of my vest a pocket Constitution.
All right.
And I have had to, this is my citizen rule book. If you're not familiar with that, if you get called for jury duty, put this in a pocket where they can see it.
So they'll dismiss you?
They will dismiss you immediately.
I'm sure they will.
This tells you the truth. It says very simply, you don't listen to the judge, you listen to the facts, and you make up your own mind, and the only one you have to answer to is God.
Amen.
And so when they see that you're aware of this, they dismiss you right away.
He's a disruptor.
And let you go.
So I know how to get out of jury duty.
That's the easiest way. And then, of course, I always have pocket Constitutions.
Nice.
And I actually have worn 2 of them out so far, pulling them out. Riders USA started shutting down day labor centers. Literally, we went out as citizens and shut down day labor centers, and we would have the police come to us and tell us, well, you can't do this, you can't do that. We'd say, excuse me, have you read the Constitution? Most of them had not.
I'm not surprised.
Last time they looked at the Constitution, they were a junior or a senior in high school. So that's a scary part of a lot of what's going on today, is people do not follow the Constitution, they do not follow the rule of law, and if they did, we'd be a much happier country.
I think, yes, I definitely think so.
So we'll probably see you at Memorial Day and before Memorial Day.
You bet. I'll be around. I'm around like a bad penny. So anytime you look up and you see me, several years ago, I was the prospector in the Channel 45 sweepstakes. And every time I'd turn the channel and go past 45, I'd see my ugly face on there. So,
do you have some kind of a card where we can get a hold of you to invite you to our show, and you could remind us about the Memorial Day event?
I certainly do.
All right, so we have his card. So
Buffalo Rick.
Buffalo Rick. Okay.
He wasn't kidding. It says
if
it
you
on
go
the
to
card.
YouTube and put my full name in, my channel will pop up. I've had I think the only 10-piece Western swing band here in Arizona.
I have his card right here, yeah.
Okay.
And also did 3 albums with 2 of the boys from Glenn Campbell's band. So my life has been doing Wild West shows and playing music. So I'm semi-retired now from music and spending most of my time as the Sergeant-at-Arms for Riders USA.
Okay, well, thank you. And
you bet, George.
Thank you, and I definitely will see you because I want to get one for my uncle. So I'll go over there and I'll go see you guys when I'm taking a break over here.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, so we're just gonna take a break and look for a few more guests. We'll be back soon.
but we're going to keep rolling. The cameras will keep rolling. You'll see.
Yeah, we're
everything in the
taking a
background.
break, but you'll be able to see what's going on here. And head down here if you're not already.
In Glendale, Arizona. There's water in there if you want to refill your thing.
Thanks. I was just thinking I was going to have to buy something. I want food. George, do you want to be on the show in a little bit?
I would love to, but I have my kids, so I don't know how long they're going to last.
Okay, well,
This is the principal of what was it called?
Freedom Academy.
I got her to be a show. Are you taking a break? Are you taking
Just
a
a
break?
short break. There you go. Here you go.
Yeah, if we're not using that video, we might as well just take it down now then.
Yeah, they're on a break for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So we're not going to use the video? You're not going to use the state video?
Yeah, that kid's got a booth, so I'm going to go grab his info. He's only 15 years old.
Yeah, Ocean.
Yeah, he's wrote a book. All right, let me go grab
Check
it.
your email, your text.
What's that?
No, I was sharing pictures. Don't stand in the sun, girl.
Oh, okay.
Your seat is going to be in the center, so just relax.
All right, I'm good.
We got to breeze a little bit, right?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, this is a great breeze.
That's it. Just relax. Yeah, you'll be in the center.
Only a
seat.
million people are watching.
Well, no pressure.
None.
We're recording live.
Yeah, you'll be in the.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah.
Well, hello there.
They can't hear you.
Great to meet you, sir. I'm Laureen Staffen. I'm the principal of Freedom Academy. We're off of Greenway and 40th in Paradise Valley area in North Phoenix. That's right.
Yeah, so as soon as the show gets back here, we'll start your interview.
Good stuff. Well, tell me a little bit about yourself, sir.
Well, I'm Jorge, and this is the Chips and Salsa show.
Oh, wow.
We've had the Chips and Salsa show for quite a long time.
That's awesome.
My other co-host goes to New Mexico, and she does the Chips and Salsa New Mexico version.
Wow.
We do the Chips and Salsa Phoenix version.
That's awesome.
Cheryl is my co-host.
Okay.
One of the three in that picture there.
Oh, yeah.
Alice is in New Mexico. Mark, he came back, so he's starting back up.
Wow, that's wonderful.
No, I think he's, where's he at?
I'm not with them. I'll be participating.
Oh,
Okay. My son, his head is burning, so I'm trying to find a hat for him.
Well, let's get him a hat.
That's right, there's a bunch of, I'm like, I don't know.
Are they cool hats?
Yeah, I think they're free. You can just take them.
Yeah, I know there was somebody here.
Yeah, just help the couple up. Oh, here they come. Yeah, I think we've just given them a little free. The hats were free, right?
Yeah, all the
Yeah, he said they're all free.
hats and the t-shirts are free.
And their t-shirts, they can.
No, that's fine. We had to put the shade up because it was overheating on here. So yeah, they're all part of there's a couple of political stuff.
Are you guys on YouTube?
I believe so.
Okay, cool. Oh, yeah.
Marijuana.
Yeah, we're on YouTube and Facebook, though. But I think today we're on live on YouTube. Yeah.
Yeah, they're part of marijuana. I'll meet you. Yeah. You guys just come?
Yeah, it's on YouTube live right now.
Oh, awesome.
Oh, you're more than welcome. What's that? When did you fight? I was in 1980. Cheryl, I was live. One season, like
She should be back there.
mainly aircraft maintenance and then ECM time. So a little bit of a whole bunch of things. Oh, that's just another show. I just wanted to do that. So I have to text you go here. He's free. So I just want going in. So it's 2 years to get to
He has it on call.
Say 2 years.
So Liberty,
Freedom. Yeah, freedom.
Oh, too many places to put it.
Yeah, there is a school.
Take care. Good luck with your ROTC.
Oh, yeah? Christine Arce?
Not today,
Yes. It could have been Christine Arce. She's our board president.
Yeah, we'll interview us Cheryl gets in.
Yes. Well, I can always come back if you'd like.
Yeah, in a little while, I'll just come back.
Okay. Awesome.
We should all be back there.
Sounds good. All right. I'll come back.
shut off the camera?
It overheated. It overheated and shut down.
Did we get anything on there?
Yeah.
That lady will be back. I can tell her to come back.
Yeah, let me go get that kid's info. Let me go over to this the one that you guys interviewed.
Sorry, Mama.
That was his son. Yeah, I mean, something. The last name I
Yeah, so that's his info. Oh, so you can just text me that. Yeah, he wasn't at the booth, but that's his info.
Please consider us. I have been there for going on 1 year, but the school has been around for more than 20 years. So, wonderful.
Yeah, the one I...
These are hot. That's cool.
Yeah, they have
honor something that is greater than ourselves. And we're the first school that signed the pledge for parents. Essentially, we're committing to some things that no other schools are.
That's not a trap door.
For instance, we believe that parents are the best tutors for their child's education. We're here as educators to partner with you, right? So, you know, along with some other amazing things, we made the American flag in the years of the state flag up in our schools. We acknowledge biological reality. We would never coerce a child to violate their religious beliefs. So, you know, kindergarten through 8, 185 kids, 0 cell phone policy. And so playtime is truly playtime. Playtime is like when we were kids, right? Kids are out there on the field. They're knocking each other down. They're learning to delegate skills. They're conflict, solving their problems, right, in a healthy way. And they're learning tremendous skills. That's what's gone away now in education, right? You enter schools where you have like this long dark hallways. We're an outdoor school. We're schools where they're just
So I wonder if I can create a second angle in here if we cool down.
And that's not
we could do one from right here.
I would
Everybody's drink off the
dare to say
table.
that we're families last hoping for the true schools. And so we are homeschool friendly too. And so let's say, you still want to have that opportunity to educate your child in a homeschool environment where you're seeking out the curriculum, and perhaps you still want an opportunity for them to engage with their same age peers, right? And so we open our specials classes for that opportunity. So if they want to come and take over with us, they can. If they want to come and, participate in physical education with us, they can, right? While still, having that control over your child's education. And we believe that, when you are in the driver's seat, your child wins 100%. We don't have our own teachers. I think like in terms of, having an armed educator, it would first come to, the board's decision on that, right? Whether they believe that is the best route to go. But we're constantly seeking to improve security, and so, whether that be well, they invited me. Yes. No, not yet.
She is a celebrity.
No, we think she's quite no, please.
Wait till we put her in lights.
She's my board president.
Hey, board president.
So where's the food at?
We're going to interview the lady in blue.
I want to try and get George too. He's running for office in the house.
I could do you, and you can have both of them while George takes another break, or if you want to.
Where's the food at?
Over there. See, look, they're meeting each other.
Do what?
They're meeting each other. I just want you to hold it. Oh wait, take this too, Anna. Just got up. went to go get food? So when we said we're taking a break earlier, back from grabbed some food from the California taco truck and got some drinks for me and the kids from Beverage Junkies, which they have strawberry GOA. That was, I got myself an Arnold Palmer. We only had green tea. I have 2 o'clock. It's pretty good. And we're getting ready right now to have our next guest up. So we have the principal of the school and I think the candidate. So we're here. We'll chat with them. But it is such a nice day and the lines are finally starting to get a little bit longer. So you definitely want to try and get here sooner rather than later. I think everyone's just kind of some lunch right now.
And that's why, there we go. I can hear myself better now. So everyone's just kind of grabbing some lunch, and that's why everyone sort of took a break all at once. And I looked, and it is the noon hour, and that's probably why. And then we will be having some more TARs here, and our guests, as soon as they get seated and situated, we'll be ready for them. Do you want to have her too?
Huh?
Did you want to have her too? No?
Hey, Chrissy, you want to come on? Well, I have to speak it. Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, that's fine. We have George. Just however long you want to stop and say hello, we can talk to George first because he's got his kids here. He's got dad duty right now, and it's so funny. It looks like he got an Arnold Palmer as well from Beverage Junkies. So, so we're gonna get him seated. And what was your name again? You have your Lorraine. 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 Okay, and Lorraine is here with the Freedom Academy. And we're getting Mr. George situated. We swapped out one George for another, I guess. Yeah, his mic's definitely not on though. So.
No, you're cut. Hold on, I need to disconnect you.
All right, we're fixing the mics, but we'll have him on and ready to speak in just a minute. And for now, Lorraine, you were telling me while we were on a break about your school. It's off. What did you tell me? Greenway and.
So, Freedom Academy is.
Hold on, there you go. I hear you now.
Paradise Valley School District area, off of Greenway and 40th Street.
Okay, and I was telling her I passed that all the time, so I knew exactly what she was talking about, and
That's right.
That was very exciting for me. Oh, I know you. And I definitely, absolutely a big, huge proponent of school choice, educational freedoms, and parental rights. So all of that is wrapped into being able to do what you want and educate your kids how you would like to, and whether it is putting them in a school, a private school like yours, homeschooling like I do, different kinds. If you want to choose government school, then that's what you want to choose, but you shouldn't be forced to do it. So.
No. And we believe that parents should have a choice in their child's education. They are the best arbiters for their children's education. And so where we come in is, I don't know if you know this, but we are a tuition-free charter school.
Oh, no, I didn't.
We are tuition-free. And many families out there, they've heard of the concept of a charter school. And even after 20 years, there are many people out there that don't quite understand what a charter school is. And what a charter school is nonetheless, we have permission from the state to operate. We have been granted permission from the state to operate. So yes, we do receive funds for every child that does attend our school. Right, just as a public district school would. We're held to the same standards, but we get to innovate. We get to think outside of the box, outside of the paradigm that many districts have been operating year after year. Right? And so many charter school operators out there, they're entrepreneurs, right? And we're here to compete. We're here to make education better. And that's why schools like ours have thrived year after year for over 20 years.
Literally just talking to one of our guests earlier, and he was just really emphasizing how important the options are. Options are going to drive innovation and make things better. And is that area, is that LD3 or LD4?
That's LD4.
That is LD4.
That's LD4. And speaking in terms of you're held to the same standard, it's my opinion, and I would love to see charter schools be deregulated in the state of Arizona. I think we've done too much to tighten on charter schools. I think that there would be even more room for innovation if the state was willing to step out and take away. We intentionally created charter schools to be a true, distinct option from the district schools, and grateful for schools, charter schools like you all, that make it very clear to parents what they're going to get, that it's going to be wholesome, it's going to be focused on the founding principles of this country, and while obviously charter schools can't be religious, they can be very much values oriented. So
I would love to add to what you just said. We recently signed a pledge to parents, and to our knowledge, we were the first school in the nation to sign such a pledge. And one of the principles that we're committing to is we would never coerce a child to violate their religious beliefs. Again, we believe that parents are the best arbiters for their child's education. So how do we partner with families in that sense? We're committing to not coercing your child into violating a religious belief. We do believe in biological reality. In that same sense,
you
we
mentioned
would never.
that you're not going to be flying any flags in the classroom.
Correct.
Except for
except for the American flag and the state flag, as it should be. You know, every morning we gather together as an entire school at 8 a.m. to salute the flag. As an entire community. And there are families that come to the school at that time, dropping their children off, and they stay. That's how they start their morning with us. We're more than a school, we are a community. So when I am talking to families, you know, you're in the market for school, you believe in school choice, right? Perhaps you're dissatisfied with a public district school, but when you come to Freedom, you're getting more than just a school. You're finding a community that aligns with your values.
We didn't introduce you, George. Can you tell everyone who you are and what you're...
thank
why
you.
we're interviewing you today.
Thank you for having me on. So my name is George Califf, and I have been involved in public policy and politics in the state of Arizona for the better part of the last 16 years. I'm known as the conservative data guy as well. I travel the state giving information to voters, but I've been really focused the last 8 years on school choice. So I actually have a marketing agency and a company that travels the country passing school choice laws, expanding ESAs, tax credits. We advocated for the National Tax Credit Program, and then we serve organizations that then serve those children. So I'm a big proponent of ESAs, I'm a big proponent of charter schools, of tax credits, anything that gives parents options, because parents know what's best for their children, not the government, and not anything else.
Right.
Or anyone else.
It's not the village child, it's mine.
Yeah, I was going to make the joke, not the village, like how Hillary Clinton said, and now I'm running for office in the Northeast Valley. So if you live New River, Anthem, Carefree, Cave Creek, North Scottsdale, Rio Verde, all the way to Fountain Hills, I'll be your next state representative come July 21st, because you have to remember the primary was moved up to July 21st.
It was supposed to be in August. They moved it up to July. I don't know why they did that.
It was for our international voters, so those that are citizens that live internationally, service members, in order
the UOCAVA thing?
The UOCAVA, in order to get their ballots for the general. We needed to move up the primary. We moved it up last year a week. This year we moved it up 2 weeks, though. But we're looking for a more permanent solution.
Yeah, then moving it, setting it, and then moving it up, setting it, and then moving it up. I mean, and when we have a better governor and better representation, we can get all those things done.
Yeah, the governor, all she does is veto. I don't think I think she signed a fifth or a sixth of the bills that she's actually vetoed. She just vetoed a critical one last night, obviously.
Yes, it's going to be like when you have a kid and you're like, oh, they turned double digits. That's how it's going to be. Oh, Katie Hobbs approved 10 bills.
Yeah, we're not even anywhere near that. I think she's vetoed 20 plus, and she's only signed 5, 6, maybe.
Yeah, well, maybe she'll get to double digits, but
yeah,
I don't know.
She's a problem.
Yes, she is.
We have a lot of work to do this election, but we can get it done.
How many are running in your race? Because there's two seats.
Yeah, 2 open seats, 4 people for 2 seats.
Okay, that's not too bad.
No, and really it's only about the primary. And that district, unlike where Freedom Academy is located in District 4, where the general election is very hotly contested, in District 3 it's only about the primary. There's about, I don't know, 30,000 more registered Republicans than Democrats, so it's not even close.
Yeah, and I know we were talking about LD4 as like it's a must pay attention to district. There's a few that are must pay attention to districts, and that's one of them. So
yeah, District 4 is a key one. District 2 in the North Valley, District 13 in Chandler, East Valley, District 9 in West Mesa, District 17, the outskirts of Tucson and Pima County, and then District 23, which is the far West Valley all the way down to Yuma.
And I know last cycle, District 23, we came really close with Michelle Altier.
Yes, in the Senate, and now the Democratic state senator is actually having some ethical issues because it was found out that he voted on a bill that gave his employer money, and he is actually not just his employer, he is the vice president of government affairs and did not recuse himself.
Wow.
And his mother is a longtime institution in that district, Charlene Fernandez. His name is Brian Fernandez. And Michelle came very close, and that district has only gotten less Democratic. So that district, for folks that don't know, in 2021 started off as a plus 17 district, meaning there were 17% more registered Democrats than Republicans. That is now a plus 7 district.
Wow.
And it's a majority Hispanic. We know Hispanic voters are coming to the Republican Party because we're the party of common sense. And so Michelle Pena on the House side won originally when it was plus 17. I'm confident she can win, and I think we can take a Senate seat there. That would be a huge, huge pickup for Republicans.
Yeah, so we've made incredible strides there. And it was, like you said, it was plus 17. It was a place where people were like, they didn't even know why Michelle Pena was running back then. You know, people
there were like 5 people in the state that believed that Michelle Pena could win.
Yeah.
I was one of them. There were a couple of other organizations. Free Enterprise Club were there from day one. Obviously, Michelle herself. So many people doubted. Michelle worked hard. She fit the district, and she has worked hard for the district and has gotten reelected by larger margins every year. It's been amazing to see.
And it's like, you know, we do have to do the work, but God will bring blessings.
Yes.
And that's definitely, he's definitely blessed her, and she's definitely worked to do her part in it. And so we're all like really proud of her, and just again, we're hoping for good news from some of these districts where, like you said, yours is primary focused and not general focused.
Yeah. So my job after the primary is going to be to stump for our next governor, our next attorney general, our next secretary of state, and help our swing districts, help raise them money, help coalesce volunteers. We have a lot of volunteers and a lot of money in the North Scottsdale, Northeast Valley area. We need to put that to good use. We need to be able to support great schools like Freedom Academy and make sure that parents understand and are aware of the options that they have.
That's right.
We need more options in the Northeast Valley. And I'll tell folks that are listening, the ESA has been a big deal, but we don't have enough seats, meaning there's not enough schools to serve the families that want these options, whether it's charter options or private options, especially neurodiverse. If your kiddo has autism or has a diagnosis, we definitely don't have enough schools, so there's a lot of work to do, but we're making progress. I mean, 12 years ago, it was a desert, no pun intended. But we've made a lot of strides, and Arizona's leading the way. We should be very proud as Arizonans. We are leading the way on school choice in every single aspect. We were the first to get charters, and we were the first to get ESAs.
Right, and awesome. Universal.
And we were the first to get ESAs, period, and we were the first to go universal.
And it's just, and we are ESA recipients.
Yeah.
I homeschool my children, and it's just been an incredible blessing. They've been able to take classes and further, you know, the things that they're naturally curious about, because that's what, you know, I believe that I need to teach my kids to love learning, and then they will learn everything. You know what I mean? And that's what you were saying, you know, you have a no cell phone, which I think all schools now are no cell phone.
A lot of them, which is important.
And we're serious about it.
But yeah, and you were saying like they need to play, and that is the business that's the work that children need to do. Is they need to go and play and run, especially little boys. They need to get all that energy out so that they can focus and be constructive. And we need to support them and not ban recess or whatever these people have been. That the conventional wisdom now is just. It's antithesis of what we are trying to do.
They're crucial skills that you can learn during recess. And we should take playtime very seriously.
Of course.
When we were kids, we were out there getting our knees scraped, falling down, and then guess what? Getting back up.
Yes.
Right?
You learn so much in life by falling down and getting up on the little things, the knee scrape, so then you can do it when you're 25 and God forbid something happens, or when you're 45 and God forbid something happens. But where do you learn that? You learn that. I know it's crazy to say. You learn it on recess.
That's right. You can't, you can't understand the danger of being reckless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you let a kid be a little bit reckless in the safety of your yard or in the safety of the schoolyard, and they fall and hurt themselves, they're going to learn a lesson that they are learning now, and not when they have a driver's license and they are putting other people at risk as well.
And that's what I say. I use the phrase, the wheels came off the bus. That's when the wheels come off the bus when you go to college. Is that when your kids are coddled and they go to college, it's their first taste of freedom.
There you go.
And then it's just chaos and anarchy, but then there are others that could pay the price, not just them, and it gets really dangerous. And so, I mean, look, obviously education for those that have children or at an age where they can't have children is a big deal, but we all should care about it. Whether it's your grandkids, no matter what age that you are at, even if it's been 40 years since you've had children in the home, education matters for the future of our nation, because those young people, those young kids are going to be the young leaders of tomorrow that are taking care of those decisions.
And that's why even if you don't have children in the home, if you're passionate about education, you should run for school board.
Yes.
Because you don't have to have kids in the school district. This education issue impacts everyone. George, tell us where we can get a hold of you and support your campaign.
So go to my website, George, spelled how it sounds, George. My last name is KHALAF.com. Join us, sign up for our list. I communicate a lot on Facebook and X and Instagram, as well as via email. I talk a lot about school choice and Second Amendment and First Amendment and religious freedom and really any issue that you can imagine under the sun. So you can follow us there and contribute and engage the campaign.
Nice. And where can we learn more about the school?
freedomacademyaz.org. So if you are in the market, you are looking for... It's K through 8. We are tuition free. And if you are considering homeschooling and you are homeschooling your child or taking them to a micro school, we do have flexible options. Amazing. Where you can still come to our school and take our specials, art, music, PE, and we would love to have you.
Yes. So definitely, do you have a Twitter account?
I'm sorry?
Or is there a Twitter account for the school? Do you know?
You can go on Facebook or Instagram, freedomacademyaz.org.
Okay, perfect. So find them on social media. Follow Chips and Salsa as well on YouTube. And thanks, guys, for joining us. And I hope you guys have an enjoyable day. It's been really nice and very nice weather.
Yeah,
so,
absolutely. We're blessed to live in Arizona.
We certainly are, and let's keep it that way.
Yes.
It was a pleasure. Thank you.
Thank you all. Okay, so, nope, you turned off my mic. Okay, there I am. So George is still taking a break, so we have a few more guests that are going to come and join me while he's still relaxing. How nice. And we'll get our next guests up, and I really appreciate, they were both spur of the moment. My daughter went and found the school and asked their booth if she could come, and I saw Mr. Caliph walking by, and I said, hey, you want to jump on? So it's really nice to have them on, and you ladies just go ahead and you put on the headset and you grab the mic, and we will, you'll introduce yourselves to the audience and to me so I can hear what you're doing today. You want to go ahead and go first?
Good. Hi. I am.
You can adjust your
Go ahead.
monitor.
Thank you.
Tell me why I'm here.
I can hear.
Are you are you with the booth today?
I hear fine.
School. I used to teach American
Thank you.
Oh, were you with the same school as her?
Okay.
Yeah, Freedom Academy.
Oh, Freedom Academy. Okay, well then you can just talk to us about it a little bit more.
No, I like the way
Okay,
it is.
especially you'll have a different perspective.
Yeah.
How long have you been with the school?
I taught for 3 years.
Can you put it closer to the?
Yeah, I will. Oh, are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
I taught there for 3 years.
Okay, nice. Because she
I taught
said she's
American
been there
history,
about a
5th
year.
grade.
So,
Yeah.
fun.
I taught American history, so we were raised in patriots. It was wonderful.
That is wonderful. And what was your name again?
I'm Miss Yang. I'm the art teacher at Freedom Academy.
Oh, nice. So two teachers from the school.
Yes.
Awesome. Okay. So you can definitely give us a different perspective than I think she was a bit more on the admin side.
Oh, yeah. This is definitely the teacher side of things.
Yes. Okay.
We're hands-on definitely with the kids. So we
is
see all
art,
sides of
do you
it.
teach all of the ages then?
Oh, yes. I teach all the ages. So I get to see the spectrum between all the way from kinder all the way to 8th grade. So I see all the different mindsets, where they're heading to, what they want to do. And we constantly talk about our dreams and hopes for the future. And we try to like manifest that through our art as well.
How long have you been there?
This will be my 2nd year there.
Okay, and you've taught art both times?
Yes. I've been a teacher for many, many years.
Okay, and then, so you said you were teaching American history.
American history and English language
Oh,
arts.
closer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm talking to you right here.
It's okay.
Yes,
We're
and
talking.
I actually love microphones. But
do you usually sing? Are you karaoke?
I actually am an event speaker in a comic. Isn't
Oh,
that funny? Who turned into a teacher for a moment. I just knocked something over.
That's all right. It wasn't that important.
Am I in far enough?
Yes, you're good.
Is that your drink, hon?
It's mine, but it's fine. I got me a new one. I got
so I actually love microphones.
an Arnold Palmer from the Beverage Junkies truck.
Did you know kids don't know who Arnold Palmer is? Like they don't know why that's called that. Do you know?
Yeah, I do know, but I said that one
so many
time.
People don't.
I don't know who Arnold Palmer is.
He was one of the most famous golfers ever.
Yes, I was
and
thinking
he loved
golf.
half tea,
A little
half
higher. I
lemonade.
can't hear you quite.
Oh, I'm sorry. I forget
It's
you guys
okay.
are. I'm talking to you right here.
No, as long as you have your mic,
Yeah,
you can look
no, I
however
love
you want.
microphones.
Just keep your mic.
I was just trying to be discreet while you were doing stuff.
Yeah. Oh, no.
He was one of the most famous golfers ever, and he loved half iced tea, half lemonade. So it's called an Arnold Palmer. So kids drink it all the time, but they don't, that's a person.
Oh.
Yes.
So I used to work at Applebee's once upon a time, which was literally like 20 years ago. And the people, so 20 years ago, they're not little kids, and they had no idea. They just thought it was called Arnold Palmer. They didn't know it was like a real person.
I think it's because we don't really often teach sports history. I think it'd be great to incorporate that
And
sometime.
actually, kids, especially right now, they live in this little trendy moment, and they don't know icons.
I was
And
just going to say that
makes me
people,
concerned.
they don't know their history of anything. Like,
there's one of our amazing sped teacher.
Hi. You guys want? You can come and wave if you want, kids.
Hey, good family.
But
who knows what?
People
I'll be
just don't
saying.
know their history. They don't.
He
They don't
teaches
even know
math. He's amazing.
pop history. You know,
Yeah.
they don't know I Love Lucy. They don't know.
Oh,
you know,
it's like classic history.
Right,
Or
they
classic,
don't-
and I feel like they need to
culture
know
icons.
classic Americana.
because they don't know about anything other than what, like you said, their own generation
Immediate,
right now in this moment. They don't know things from my generation, and so they definitely don't know
And
the
see,
things
those
from
people
before
too
me.
were overcomers, and they did big things, and they shaped things. And so, for kids to not know those people that shaped what's good in our world and what they overcame to do it, it's a huge loss. So I think it's really important to teach greatness. So anyway,
Well, funny enough, talking to Gen Z.
is he telling us to wrap it up? Ramp it up, girls.
Funny enough, talking to Gen Z earlier over at the Turning Point booth, they were talking about how Gen Z is currently the most conservative generation rising above, especially because I was on the cusp between Gen Z and millennials. It's interesting to see the back and forth. I think the interesting thing about Gen Z is even though they're greatly more conservative, a lot of the history is being forgotten, including for our pop culture icons that were before and for our current times now. And a lot of art history is being retaught where we are not including all our American classics, of course. So I try to incorporate that.
It's part of it is because of like screens. Like, you know, when I was a kid, we had one TV in the kitchen, in the living room, and guess what? My dad held the remote. You know what I mean? So we had to watch. You know, I had to suffer through MASH. You know, my kids have never seen it. They don't.
MASH.
They don't know
Yeah.
the horrible feeling when that helicopter would go. You'd be like,
Yeah.
oh man, this show sucks.
Yeah.
But it was just like that. You know, there was one TV, and even among the kids, we had to agree on the cartoons we were going to watch, and so we all watched
But then
it.
you could go to school and talk about MASH, and every other kid knew what you were talking about.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like everyone in
Right.
America was on the same page
Right,
with a
there
lot of
are,
things.
I feel like there's not like water cooler moments anymore,
Right,
even
yeah.
because of that. Because we all have our own screens, we all have our own algorithm that's tailored to us, and so you don't know what I'm seeing, and I don't
And
know
a
what
lot
you're
of it
seeing,
is
even
so
if we're on
shallow.
Facebook at the same
it's
time.
like
or
cotton
Twitter.
candy.
Yes.
It's not really something to invest your mind in.
I feel like cotton candy is perfect because it
Yeah.
just dissipates and is gone.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
also because of that, every now child cater to being in their own algorithm and their own world in digital screens. They have become greatly isolated and lonely.
Right.
And now it's harder for them to communicate with school. I recently like how we have now not allowed phones to be in schools, just so that allows the kids to put down the screens and actually communicate with the
Right.
people around them and see what's going on.
That's going to get them ready for the job market.
Exactly.
If kids can look people in the eye and communicate, they'll walk right into jobs that other kids won't get.
Exactly.
Just
So
that one skill.
it's
Mhm.
funny that you mentioned that because.
Oh, should I take off my sunglasses?
No, you're
For
fine.
you?
This
kinda
this
cute.
week I went to my oldest daughter. She's 14. She's in the Teenage Republicans, and we went to the bank together. And my bank said, "Oh, do you want to open an account for her? It's free because you're a member." And I said, "Okay, well we don't have time. We'll come back tomorrow." So we go back the next day to open the account, and we're sitting there talking. And eventually he asks her, "Did you not have school today?" And she's like, "Oh, I'm homeschooled." And he says, "Oh," and he said, "Well, I'm just going to tell you right now, like you're head and shoulders." He's like, "I get some adults that come in here and they can't carry a conversation."
Is your
They
daughter the
can't-
one that's here?
Yes.
I told her the same thing. I was talking to her and I said, "You're homeschooled, right?" And she said, "How do you know?" And I said, "Because you have great communication skills."
Exactly.
Like they can present themselves like they're 30. They can talk to grown-ups.
They can talk to
and
kids.
so they've
They
got
can-
this
yes.
edge that
Mhm.
other kids that are just mumbling and looking at a screen, they won't have that edge.
I was really glad that he said that because I tell her that.
I just
but
told her that
when
too.
Mama says it, it doesn't mean
Mhm.
anything.
Yeah.
You know, well, you're my mom. You, of course, you think I'm fantastic. You know.
Yeah.
But for her to hear from a perfect stranger, like you're articulate and you're, you know, and I know that I felt I was homeschooled a little bit and I went to a very small. I'm talking like 100 kids kindergarten through 12th grade. Went to a very small private school, and I definitely felt like that I was behind my peers because they went to a big, huge public school. But no, it's
You had
it's
the
all,
skills.
Yeah,
You had a-
it's the skills.
Yes, like that's why I like
Social
our school,
skills.
our Freedom
I know I'm
Academy
going to do
school.
that one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
I
whenever
didn't
we
realize
do
that's
it.
what it was.
Yes.
Tell me, he was telling us wrap it up, so I didn't know.
Oh, that's fine.
Tell us when we start, so I act like I'm being a grown-up.
Well, that's why I like our school so much, is because our school is small and it allows the kids to put down their screens and be like communicate with each other. We very much emphasize that because our school is almost like a private school, but with those homeschool very much values of like being traditional, communicating, and valuing those things. And because of that, we are actually like providing something more unique because it is you are surrounded by different peers and other peers, but you're not so isolated as
Right.
you would be in a public
the whole
school.
community. Now, what is the goal of you interviewing us right now? Just so
Oh, we just wanted to chat with people who were at a booth. So
Okay,
thank
good.
you so much for stopping by. And they're with Freedom Academy. What's the website?
Yeah.
FreedomAcademyAZ.org.
Perfect.
FreedomAcademyAZ.org for more information.
You know, the great thing about Freedom Academy is it's just such a small school. Every kid there knows every kid. Every teacher knows every kid. And they belong in community. And we have a whole generation of kids there. They're not in a community.
Right.
And these kids go there and they know everyone knows their name and
I
everyone's
think, like,
looking out for
it's
them.
the modern version of a one-room schoolhouse.
It is.
Do you know what I
Yes.
mean?
Ours is.
Yes.
Freedom
And I
Academy
love that.
is.
Is there only one in Arizona? Okay.
And those kids know they belong, and they know that no matter where they are on the little campus, they know every teacher, every grown-up is looking out for them, and they're having a great childhood. And that's the thing I was most proud of, is the kids we had that I taught American history and stuff to. We made sure they had a great childhood, and that was education is part of it. So
As like,
thanks.
and all our teachers and admin, we love each other because very much it takes a village to raise a child, and like we stand by that.
Yeah, and we have that. We offer that. Yeah.
Okay, well, thank you,
Great.
ladies.
Thank you so much.
So much, sir.
I don't know why I keep getting a frog in my throat, but
we were actually doing it. I kept waiting for him to say when we were
no,
gonna start,
so it's been live the whole time. So I'm going to keep going, even though you guys are stepping away. But yeah, oh, he keeps cutting out my mic. So we're going to be here going live till 2, and I think that's funny. I didn't realize that she didn't realize we were interviewing. She thought we were still green room chat, trying to get along. So that's kind of cute, but that's how it works here. We're able to chat with each other, so that's what makes it authentic, and I think that's what is nice to eavesdrop in on what we're doing, because we're just sitting here having conversations with all the different booths. I did tell one of the food carts over there, I said, hey, if you guys want to come and chat with me, but the guy said he was a little bit shy of public speaking. So I said, okay, well, if you don't want this chance to let your cart shine, then that's fine. I can't make you come. But we do have lots of vendors that are going to come. We chat with them, and it'll be a good time. Hi. You're getting... Yes, it's what do you call it? Hazing. A hazing ritual. Yeah. Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hey Cheryl, I'm Ursula. Nice to meet
Ursula, nice to meet you. A little closer, please. Okay, so we're already... Nope, it's not on yet. That's why. So I'll keep talking until they turn on the mic so that she can talk. So try again.
Ursula.
Oh, there we go,
All right,
Ursula.
cool.
Now we can hear you. All
right.
Okay, so you got a booth today.
Yes.
And tell us who you're with.
So I am here with Troy Industries. So basically we're an AR manufacturer, been around since 2003. So pretty much we started off with our sights, which pretty much holds the gold standard of durability and reliability when it comes on the iron sights, and that just progressed into full ARs. So I'm actually their pro shooter. I've been shooting for them for the last 8 years.
Nice.
And then when I retired from law enforcement, for about 4 months ago at this point, they're like, hey, you want to come do West Coast sales? I'm like, absolutely. I can stay remote and
Sure
still
enough.
shoot. So basically do my weekends and get paid. All right, man, I'm in.
All right,
Yeah.
you made it happen.
Yeah, I made it happen.
You don't
So-
really have cop vibe either.
You know what? Maybe because I retired?
Maybe.
And
no.
you're just like, just
No, I don't know. Maybe guys keep it longer then, because you definitely don't have cop vibe. I've been around retired cops, and I'm like, you're a cop.
Okay, also keep in mind, depending on how old they are when they retire, that's another thing too.
Okay.
Because like the old head cop, retired cop vibe is a little bit different than like I retired at 41. So yeah, a little different. And plus, like,
Okay,
I'm
it
also
could-
different
it
and
could be
goofy.
that. Yeah. So
way goofier.
Okay. Well, I like that. That works out better for the show too.
Yeah, nice.
Okay, so how long have you been associated with them?
With Troy?
Yeah.
8 years. Over
Okay.
8 years at this
and
point.
so what they do is it's like custom ARs?
Nope.
No.
These are duty grade ARs.
Oh,
Like they were
okay.
made for duty. These
Nice.
are made for people that don't get a second chance. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So they have to do it right the first time.
Mhm.
So as a pro shooter, because I was not able to carry a Troy for duty, which kind of sucked, but agencies are weird like that, and it is what it is. But being a pro shooter in 3-gun, which is pistol, rifle, and shotgun, I have yet to break.
I'm so impressed. My
I have
goodness.
yet to break anything Troy related, like anything. So like the sights, I've never knocked them off. Haven't had a handguard get bent up on me. I have not had any issues. And outside of C. Troy himself, I'm probably like the second highest person to put many rounds through his guns. So
Nice.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, is it busy today or not?
It's been super busy. So one thing about guns, if you're a gun person anyways, you're gonna see a gun and be like, oh, let me go take a look and see what that is. So
I
and
need to
then-
investigate this.
Yeah, you're like, what is this? I haven't seen this before. What is this? So it's actually been super busy. I actually have a buddy of mine filling in. I'm just trying to make sure he's not sending me like hostage vibes, like wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Help,
like
get back
help,
over here.
question I
If
can't
she
answer.
just drops the mic and runs
Yeah.
away, we'll know that he was giving her the SOS signal over there.
What was that movie? World Police, like Team America World Police, the sign for danger. Like, oh man,
Perfect.
But yeah, just duty grade stuff. Love it.
That's
great
awesome.
stuff.
So is it just so it's not just an AR then?
So it's AR and AR accessories. So
Okay.
like sights. We also have like optic riser. We have scope mounts. Try to look at the gun, everything that we have, because we have all types. We have squid grips, different rails. We have our PDW system that's sitting over there on another gun. Like
I
we
saw
have
like a younger guy holding it and taking a selfie.
Oh,
earlier.
that
It
kid was so
cute.
excited.
Yes, it was so
he
cool.
was so excited. Like they got his like parents were supportive. His mom was there too, and he actually asked his mom for permission first. So I thought that was
Good.
actually pretty awesome. I was like, oh, that's cool. And she was just so in it. She was like, yes, this is great.
Did you see how they have the Daisy shooting range, the BB?
Dude, you know,
gun?
actually, because I'm here by myself, I wanted to break away and go over there and play because I also have a Daisy. So
Oh yeah,
I do
so
have a Daisy.
I have my 3 of my 4 kids are here.
Uh-huh.
So I have her. She's in TARS, the Teenage Republicans. She's my
Cool.
oldest, and then I have my 10-year-old son and my 7-year-old son, and they have been at the Daisy shooting. I had to go over there like right in the beginning and give them all permission, but they're talking to them about gun safety. If you see a gun, what do you do? Well, don't touch it. And I go tell an adult like it's
That is-
just
that is
perfect.
good. That
Yes,
is
it's just
perfect.
like I really like that because people think like, oh, two-way rally, like I'm just gonna be buying stuff. But I do like the whole, like you said, like for him to ask permission, for him to be excited about the firearm.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's nice to see that part of it too.
It's great because
It's
that also
educational.
start to plant that seed of activism, which is super important. And like by getting them to do fun things within the rules, like of rules of safety, they're gonna like be like, oh, I enjoy this. This is fun. This is awesome. The years down the line, when they're of voting age, they'll see some weird legislation or bill out there. Like, hold up, you telling me I can't have my gun now? Hold up, tell me why. And then they start getting involved.
Right.
So that's one thing I love about. There's a difference between a 2A rally and a gun show. This is a 2A rally.
Right.
So like, even though we're not really under like as bad of an attack as some of the other states, like we still have to be vigilant, of the little things they do put out there. So.
Yeah.
But it's cool to have the family involved. That's super important.
Yeah, it is. And I like, and they were asking me, have you always liked guns? And I said, oh, well, my parents went out hunting, like they would go, and she was like, really? Like, Grandma? And I said, yeah, she slept in a sleeping bag out in the woods, and they hunted, and, deer, elk, I don't know, something like that.
So one thing I noticed with the gun culture, I was actually born and raised in Detroit. So, like, pretty much Detroit was pretty bad by the time I left it. Like, it looked like RoboCop should have been there. It was pretty horrible. But the gun culture there is definitely not the same gun culture here. So I didn't hear a lot of, like, dinner talk around guns until moving out here and started getting friends of different backgrounds. So when that happened, which was awesome, like I start hearing my friends like, yo, I killed my first deer at 5. I'm like, I got questions like, how big were you and how big was the deer? Like, hold up, like you killing deers at 5? But it wasn't a common thing growing up in Detroit. There wasn't the conversation. So like now being exposed to all that, being exposed to friends of different backgrounds, it's a lot easier to be like, how come we're not doing this everywhere?
Right.
Like, why are we just limited to just a little geographical area?
Right.
So
I have a friend from New Jersey, and he said he moved out here for work, and he didn't know anyone. He moved out here, and he was like, whoa, this is the Wild West.
Yeah.
And I was like, sure is.
Absolute Wild West. And I love it because it's also a melting pot. So you're learning so much stuff. Like, so Phoenix is actually a really good mecca for the competition shooting sports. This is actually one of the places where it started. One thing that's like super dear to my heart. So like being able to compete with all these people with all these different backgrounds and all these different stories of how they got into competition or just got into guns is phenomenal. So when we do travel overseas, because I'm also on Team USA's practical shotgun team. So when I go travel overseas and hear all these other countries like y'all got all the guns over there, I'm like, yeah, we're America. Yeah, we can. Yeah.
We sure
you should
do.
fight harder in your country.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to talk smack, but I'm like, hey, whatever y'all need, I'm totally down to help. But it's like you start to realize like we have it good here. Good. Let's not mess this up.
Right.
So.
And we've had a bunch of candidates earlier talking about that. We don't want the illusion of freedom. We want to keep a freedom.
Yep, got to keep a freedom, especially so our kids who are just starting to enjoy this.
Right.
Starting to enjoy it. So like, I don't want them to have the same fight.
Right.
This fight should be done by the time they get a voting age. But we already know it's going to be a constant thing. It's going to be a just generational fight, and we just got to stay in it.
Right. Because the other side's not going to let up trying to take away your rights and infringe on everything that they can. So we got to fight against them, and we got, to train them up.
Yes.
Like you said, to be activists, to stand for their rights. And again, it's just like, and if you don't know that you have that right, then you don't have it. So
exactly. So that's why stuff like that is like a great way to start like having these kids like start to enjoy it and get into it. So I use the same thing when I do a lot of off-roading, overlanding things as well. So once I started getting into overland, I'm like, yo, this is fun. Then I start seeing like, hey, this part of the government want to close these public trails and public lands. I'm like, oh, absolutely not. So I got involved. Same thing here.
Perfect.
I'm like, how they gonna take away something I actually enjoy that's a right?
Yeah.
So
it's kind of also amazing when you realize that, like, I actually enjoy this and it's a right. Like, I'm not letting you take that away.
Yeah, like, no, why? What reason outside of control that they have to actually take away our rights?
None.
Nope. So,
well, you're among friends here then.
Oh, absolutely. I am so comfortable here. So comfortable. That's why I got a table full of guns over there.
Yep.
And not worried about one walking off.
No, exactly.
Yeah.
I feel like people that don't understand are always like, because they're so paranoid. No, like it's the freedom, guys. Like that's what you're experiencing.
And I love, we've been getting a kind of an influx of Californians. And then they'll come over there, look at the table, and they just be like, and I'm like, you can touch it. It's the only time a girl can tell you that in public, and it's okay. So you go ahead and touch this gun. It's fine.
It's fine.
So pretty much like, I show them, this is an AR, this is how you hold it, and go through all the parts and stuff. And then they're like, yeah, I'm from California. And it kind of sucks over there. I'm like, yeah, I hate to say it, but y'all need to be a little bit more involved.
And if you're going to be here, don't vote like you did over there. I said, if they're going to come over here, then be our way.
I'm like, you live here. You're a refugee, bro. Keep that in mind.
Yes,
so don't
remember that. Remember that. Where you came from.
Yeah.
Remember where you
like
came from.
Like you are a refugee, bro. Like don't play. Don't play. Nope.
Exactly.
If you have questions, ask. Like, we will help you.
So how long have you been here in Arizona then?
I've been in Arizona since 2000.
Oh, okay.
So
it's
we're
been
on
a
about
minute.
26 years.
Nice.
Yeah. Yep.
And did you take to it quickly?
Excuse me?
Did you take to it quickly? Like,
You know what? There were some cultural differences. So growing up in Detroit, majority black, then I moved out here, became a minority, and I'm like, okay, that's weird. I had like, and it was in the middle of high school, so I had people like, or kids like, hey, let me touch your hair. And I'm like,
don't.
Weird request, but all right. Weird. So, like, I've had that.
My kids will say, I don't understand why they say there's not a lot of black people around here. Like, I see black people all the time, and I'm like, no, you don't understand. Like, in Detroit, like, that's what there is.
That's
Like,
literally
that's
what it is.
It's
That's
there.
what's there.
It's there.
Yeah.
I said, so, like, if you saw, like, a random group of people, it would be mostly black people.
Yeah.
And we would be, Mexicans would be the one that's not. And they were like, wow.
Oh,
that is
speaking of Mexican. So, big thing I had to get accustomed to. I thought Taco Bell was Mexican food back in Detroit. I come out here, I was mistaken. Like, I was wrong. Like I got lied to. That was the equivalent of me finding out Santa wasn't real. Like, I was like, Taco Bell's not
This
Mexican.
is not Mexican.
Hold on, then real Mexican food. I'm like, oh man.
Like 5 years ago, I was like, I hadn't eaten anything, and I said, I'm just gonna go through the drive-thru on our way to wherever we're going. I said, let's just go to Taco Bell. So we go to Taco Bell, and I'm ordering food, and then I said, can I have a tostada? And my daughter goes, they sell Mexican food here? And I was like, that's debatable.
Debatable.
But she had no idea that it was supposed to be Mexican food until I said tostada.
So middle of high school when I came out, started making friends, obviously different backgrounds, and still to this day I can't roll my R's. So I sound like a Mexican pirate every time I like try to roll an R. It's so horrible. So horrible.
Nice.
Oh man.
Good.
But I've thoroughly enjoyed my time here. One thing that was a little bit different was I didn't have snow days.
No.
There was no such thing as snow days. There are none here.
No.
Not one.
I can't even imagine living someplace where it really is cold enough to snow. Like, that's just too cold.
Oh.
If it could snow. Just if it could snow is too cold for me.
I like the cold. But it's like, here I'm just like, all right, I'll suck it up. I get to shoot year round. Like, I have friends, other shooters and stuff in different parts of the country. And
do they not have shooting ranges?
No, they do.
In Detroit? Okay.
No, okay.
Like where you're from? They
do now, but when I was growing up, I didn't know about it.
Okay.
So, like...
Yeah,
but
I grew up knowing about Shooter's World. So
I also feel like if I didn't move out here, I probably would not have had the same opportunities that I somehow, some way got over the years. So I felt like it would have been different. I don't feel like I would have been in the same spot that I am now if I stayed there.
Well, I'm glad then that you...
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
Every time, just walking around, I see somebody open carrying. I'm like, yep.
Yeah.
I love it here.
Yes,
It's nice.
Me too.
Yeah.
I always feel better when I see someone open carrying because I'm like, okay, well, at least there's somebody here who's gonna, yeah.
Yeah, which is good. But I also carry too. My preferred method is conceal because I feel like, I like having that tactical advantage a little bit.
Yeah.
And then also, I'm also slightly lazy. So I ended up dropping weight over the last couple of years, and I kept all my quote-unquote fat girl clothes, which is the best concealed carry clothing. It's my style anyways. I just carry a bigger gun now, which is awesome.
Yeah, I don't know. Do guys know about fat clothes? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Or hope clothes.
I don't know. You should put that out to the audience, like make it like a nice little poll. Like do guys have fat clothes?
Do you have fat clothes? Do you know what that is? I feel like they're like, if my wife didn't buy it, I don't know. Okay, well,
man.
Thank you for joining us. And
thank you for the opportunity. I appreciate it.
Rest of your day here. And
you too.
If they let you go hit up that BB gun shooting range, because
absolutely, I need to go hit up the Daisy. That'd be kind of fun.
Yeah, I bet that's where my kids are right now.
I want to know how many don't poke your eye out jokes they've got on today.
Yeah, don't shoot your eye out.
Yeah.
You shoot your eye out, kid.
Well, thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. And let's see, we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to keep filming. I'm just going to take a break right here, and I'll be back to chat with you guys soon. He went to the other camera. What is that?
A mountain.
Where's Science?
Are you taking a break? Are you on?
He went to the other camp.
There was orange that's going on, but that's up north. I don't think they're there.
Did you buy this here?
But yeah, so a bunch of the gun guys there. This is the CDL, a bunch of the gun rights. The defense.
Do I have any highlights?
Do you have one more? Want me to go get one of the tars?
Oh yeah, that's the
Buy you some chips.
We had some. Actually, Eric ate them all, I'm sure. Did you eat all the chips?
Yeah.
Let me go get Silas. How are you, sir? Good to see you.
Yeah, but all the guys, that's these guys there, but they're packing up, so a bunch of you guys, different ones there, winners out.
I really want some of that.
Run down, check those guys out. There's a bunch of guys with Leopold.
Because Silas made Kool-Aid cups.
They're
We went
down,
and sold some
yeah,
last
they're
night
down
outside
in that way.
and I ate them.
Pick them up.
And then before bed, I looked in the mirror and my lips were like, I looked
Yeah, they're over there, and there is another drink.
So I was like, oh my goodness, I gotta get rid of this right now.
Until 4, but
I
we're going to
took
start
a
wrapping up by
toothbrush and
1
I
o'clock.
took a toothbrush and I rubbed it, trying to get it off my lips.
It wouldn't happen.
It did.
It took forever.
2 o'clock.
He is working it.
I told the kids, I said, don't let me have
What's that?
anything like that until after.
Yeah, he has to start tearing. He has to leave physically at 1. So we have to start tearing down at 1. Yeah, tearing down at 1. He has to be gone by 2. Yeah.
So what do you want to do?
Yeah, it's 1 o'clock, so we need to start. Oh, I thought you were doing TCRT. I thought you were just. Oh, okay.
Sit in that chair.
That's why I thought you were doing a pre-interview with her.
That's for VIP.
Oh,
Yes, only, I'm sorry.
I'm not that cool. Wow. All right.
Right here? Yes.
Am I doing that?
Yeah, you're going to do the
Is he?
Are you going in or no?
They didn't say anything.
Oh.
I'm guessing I'm
No, we're just going to do this last one and then Mr. Eric's leaving, so. Did you guys not like the cherry bomb? Can you go put it over there? Are you? Oh, no, I already ate. I ate that burrito. I don't know if they can hear me already. No, we're just gonna, I think after we're done live streaming, so we'll just wrap it up with you. And are we gonna be having it here again next time?
Sorry?
Do you think next year we'll be here as well? Or you haven't thought that far in advance?
Not sure.
Oh, okay.
I'm actually with TCRT, but I can talk about that or GOA, whatever you want to do.
Well, he said he wanted to talk about GOA, but we can talk about both.
You want somebody like really like rockstar GOA? She's right there.
Which one?
How long before we go live? I can do it.
Okay. I don't know. Did Eric say how long? Where did he go? See, we're lost without the producer. He's our everything. Are you going to be on, George, or no? He's going to go with you, with us. Ah!
Okay.
No, he'll have the headset, or he'll have that one. He'll have his own mic.
Scoot over a little bit more that way.
Sure.
I thought the light was falling over.
So am I doing targets or GOA? Just so I know.
Which
one do you want me to do?
Eric.
Just say your name.
Eric, you want him talking about the targets or GOA? Okay, whichever you want to talk about. Or both, like I said.
I can do both.
Yeah, we'll do both.
Okay, here we go. 3, 2.
Okay, so we're back, and I have 2 new guests for us today. So I didn't catch your name, so you'll have to introduce yourself to the audience and to me. So who are you here
Sure.
with, and what was your name?
Hi, I'm Don Reddy. I'm with Aero Security Incorporated.
You look very security.
My name's Kurt Staubach. I'm with TCRT Targets. Yep.
Okay, nice. So TCRT, they have a booth here, and I'm actually was reading their stuff earlier on the air. The world's only true ballistics rubber.
Yeah, so we spent about 3 years developing our own proprietary rubber formulation made specifically for ballistics. So we're rated for about 400 rounds of 5.56 per square inch.
Wow.
Rated up to 50 cal. We've got a number of targets where we shot 50 cal, and it just seals right back up. So
Awesome.
yeah, they definitely hold up better than anything else out there. Yeah.
Very cool. How long have you been with them?
Actually, long story short, I was their director of marketing for a number of years, and come this past January, I acquired the company.
Oh,
So,
wow.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Yeah, that was
That's a step.
Yeah, it worked out great. Just things kind of lined up, and no, I mean, it's just such an awesome product, and I know that, you know, maybe I'm biased, but it was just an easy product to sell because I've been in marketing a long time, and sometimes you've got to do some smoke and mirrors, you know, to kind of, I don't have to hype anything. I mean, the product just stands for itself. It holds up great. We've got some targets with, I'm pushing like 25,000 rounds of 9mm through it, and it's still fine. Wow. So they definitely hold up. They've been awesome. Yeah.
That's awesome. And then, again, tell us about what you're doing.
Yeah, so I work at Aero Security. I'm the sales and marketing specialist there. We have our hands in a lot of baskets. We do tons of stuff. Today we brought out our simulator. It's a live fire trainer, firearm simulator where you can do a lot of scenarios. Just some basic practice. We do that for our CCW class and for our armed range day, just to make sure no one's going to be pulling out anything, not, you know, things you don't want to see at the range.
That right there, that like black truck thing?
Yeah,
okay,
that
so
trailer
what
right
exactly do you do in that trailer?
Yeah, we do it at our store on 67th Avenue and Greenway.
Oh, okay. Nice. And what do you do? Like, you use it like a VR type?
It's not VR. It's a projector and a laser shot simulator.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. That sounds cool.
It is really cool.
Today, you're letting people do it for free?
For free. We're just letting people know what we do as a service. The simulator often just sits in an empty room, unused, and we figure while we're doing a lot of security training, because that's like our thing is security, might as well let some people do some practice and feel safer. And
let me know when you start renting that out for parties, okay?
Okay.
That sounds like fun. I asked them that at they have, did you see the Daisy shooting range for the BB guns? I asked them that. I said, do you rent this out? Because like for my sons and my nephews, like that would be a fantastic like Father's Day, you know what I mean? Is to rent something like that and let the boys practice and learn and, you know, get excited.
I'm really excited that you guys are here actually, because like from our end, our targets are great because it's a really good diagnostic, right? You can dial in your accuracy and that kind of thing. And we'll do stuff like, well, you can spray paint them so you see hits, but that way you can also like change up your course of fire. But the next step, and I think a lot of people don't do this, is scenario-based things. I think that's huge because that's the place where you don't want to try and figure all this out for real, like in a live situation. So when you have a scenario-based training setup like that, I think it's great. That's where you can mess up and figure out what you got to work on and work on de-escalation, all those kinds of things. I think that's awesome. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. I think that if you train as you will do as you have trained.
Exactly.
So that even with the simulator, it's like you're at the range. You get your practice at the range, and then you go do the simulator for your scenario training. I've seen some guys out here doing some real live training with actors and things like that, and I think that's super cool. But you got to pay for every single guy out there.
Right.
So the scenario training with the simulator is a real cost-effective way to do that, just like going out to the range and shooting targets.
Yeah. So it's I mean, and you need to get your range time. So I think like it would be really cool if people like they had to get their range time and they had to get that like scenario time like you were talking, because you don't know what's going to happen. And you know, if you've only been in a range, then you know you're not stretching yourself as much as you could to be prepared. You know, have you been to these before?
I have not personally. This is our first time out here, as far as I know. We used to do a lot of gun shows, and we recently did some events after not doing some stuff for a while, and we had a lot of success over at Calvary Church doing a gain event, a community event for that church over there, and we thought, let's bring it out more. And, you know, people are loving it.
I'm sure. Gain season is when? It used to be in October. I feel like
I'm not sure much about gain season,
I feel like it's different in maybe in Phoenix or in Arizona just because it's so hot. Because I feel like in other states, gain is like much more in the summertime, and I think they moved ours to more like October to try and cool it off because it's getting involved in neighborhoods or something like that. And I think that's really cool. Something that, you know, if you are letting people, willing to let them know that this might be a resource for them for a gain event, you should definitely keep talking about it.
You got anything?
Well, what I was going to say is I really appreciate the fact that GOA has put on this event and that it's an opportunity for the public to come out. And I know that they've kind of actually expanded out. So at this event, they've incorporated like a lot of the off-roading and overlanding as well. I know that they've got an event coming up April 24th to the 26th called Gear. And really what GOA is trying to do is bring together the overlanding and off-road community as well as the firearms community. They're just basically figured out, and they're just saying the quiet parts out loud, right? Because it's the same group of people, and especially out here in Arizona, if you go off-roading or overlanding, guess what? Everybody's got guns.
Right.
They just do, right? You have to, right? And overlanding, it's all about being prepared and being ready for any kind of situation. And what we found is on the off-road overlanding side, those guys, they have kind of a knowledge gap when it comes to firearms, and they want to learn more. And you've also got a bunch of firearms guys who want to get into overlanding. And so we're like, hey, let's bring these two communities together, you know, and just basically do kind of a transfer of information. So that event's coming up, and I really appreciate the fact that GOA has done Freedom Fest, and they've sort of, you know, incorporated those aspects in as well.
Yeah, and I think I was a little sad that they moved away from the Capitol, but it's a much, you know, we have more space to spread out and have things. Like, I don't know that they would have let us have the simulator, you know, and I know they wouldn't have let us do the BB shooting range. So we definitely have opportunities because of this location that we didn't have when we were downtown. And that's awesome that they were like, you know what, we're going to move and we're going to do more. And I think next year will be even bigger, even better. And I hope you guys are going to be back, and we'll hopefully be here too. And so we can touch base. You can give me an update. And I thank you guys for joining us today.
Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Thank you. All right, so I don't know if we have any more guests, but I know that our producer has a hard stop time coming up, and it's just been a really, really good event. I've talked about the little BB gun shooting range a million times, but also, have either of you guys done the mechanical bull?
Not yet, but I was eyeballing that. And honestly, what I'm trying to do is see if I can, like, you know, convince some of my friends to do it.
Okay, so I told my co-host, I said, George, if you do the mechanical bull, I will do the mechanical bull. But he hasn't done it yet, so I might be off the hook. But we'll see. If we do, we'll record it. And we will, you know, and as long as there's no injuries, that we make it through okay, then we'll share it.
It'll be fine. Everything will be fine.
It's like the meme when it's all fire in the battery. It's like, everything's fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, that's going to be me sitting on the bull. Everything's fine. Okay, I think that's it. So thank you guys, and it's been a great 2026 Freedom Fest, and we will catch you next time. Bye.